What is up, guys? Welcome to a special edition, launch edition of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Who is this very fine gentleman standing next to me? You're looking spry, my friend. Who are you for those folks who may not know?
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Huskerrs. I'm a VR player, content creator, primarily streaming on Twitch. I've been playing Warzone for the last 2.5 years, but definitely excited to dive into MW2 and Warzone 2 when it drops in November.
Now, this is it's a big deal to be at something like this on a launch day. And luckily, if Warzone had launch day, you'd be like, sorry, as much as I'd love a new PC, it's all about the content right now. So luckily, you get that little bit of a delayed time.
For sure.
Because right now, it's Vanguard right now in terms of the stuff that's on Warzone. Or what the Warzone content is still from COD 1 or what?
Yeah, Warzone, the movement is actually still from the Modern Warfare 2019 engine. But they incorporated some Vanguard guns in the last 6 months.
Nice. But still feeling fresh, and are you excited for the refresh that's coming up?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've been playing with the same engine and movement for
yes,
2.5 years.
I need
something new. I need fresh content, so yeah.
Okay, I wanted to know, all in all, do you play the campaign at all?
I don't really know. I think the last campaign I played was Black Ops 2, maybe.
Okay.
But I've heard very good things about this year's campaign.
Yeah, I have an RTX 4090, and we built a 13900K system just for playing on. I have a 70-inch OLED television that I was finally we can 4K game. Popped it in there, and I was blown away at how good it is. Now, I haven't played enough of the story to make a call on it yet, but I will tell you, given the systems that you get to play with and stuff like that, you should definitely check it out, especially with SCSS. Now, we do have, guys, right here on my phone, I'm going to read it, an official statement. By the way, regarding the code redemptions for those folks who picked up new Intel CPUs or ARC GPUs, it says, due to the overwhelming response to our COD campaign, this is Intel's COD campaign, our redemption site is temporarily down. We're working quickly to resolve and hope to have it up very soon. Thank you for your patience. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that. That's what's basically going on. And that's really, we're here to celebrate this, but we wanted to make sure we gave you some statements so you guys knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I saw some people were like, hey, the campaign sucks. That's the best thing about Call of Duty, though, is that there's something for pretty much everyone. There's zombies.
Right.
There's survival. There's as we like to play it for people who are terrible at games, there's kill confirmed, where you don't even actually kill anybody. You just have to pick up the dog tags, and you're like, hey, I'm still helping. You know what I mean? So
and the new DMZ mode, too, which is a whole another brand new mode. So, yeah, there should be something for everybody, for sure.
Yeah. And you've been playing. So how did you start? Getting into the world did you grow up, you came out, you're on the farm in Iowa, you're I'm going to be a streamer. What is your story? What's your origin story?
So I think my brother introduced me to gaming when I was really young, when I was maybe 9 or 10 years old. Started on the Game Boys. But I really started gaming competitively probably in early 2011, 2012 with MW3 and Black Ops 2.
Okay.
And that's actually when I started. That's when I started streaming too. Streamed for about a year, and then I took a little break because I went to college. But I got back into it starting in 2016, and with battle royales, and I've been streaming consistently ever since.
Okay, and then what was your degree in? Was it are you a physicist, an astroscientist?
Computer science.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's pretty relevant to everything going on. So.
What?
Yeah.
We have somebody okay, we're gonna nerd out a little bit, guys. Just so you guys know, we're gonna be doing some coding here on the show today, and some other things. We're gonna start, break out some C. We're gonna do some JavaScript. No, I'm just kidding.
C++ was the language that I primarily was taught in college.
We're going to do Fortran. I'm just kidding. No, we're not going to do Fortran. Okay, but let's talk about the parts we're putting inside this. So first and foremost, huge shout out to Blue Horse for making this custom case. But inside of this, we're going to be using the Intel Core i9 13900K, which is currently the top of the stack.
The top dog.
Yeah, we've got the NZXT Z690 White. So this is the latest N7 motherboard from NZXT. Remember, Z690 and Z790 both work for an Intel Core i9 13th gen. So all it is a BIOS upgrade. We've got the Intel Arc A770, so this is the flagship CPU from Intel. It's got XeSS, that brand new encoder, and then at the same time, one of the reasons that there's a great partnership here is that obviously XeSS is brand new inside of Modern Warfare 2. We've got a 1 terabyte Intel SSD, NVMe SSD, the 660p. We've got the Corsair Vengeance Pro a DDR4. The N7 supports DDR4, so we got basically DDR4 RAM. We've got the NZXT H5 Flow. That's actually the case we're doing here. Sorry about that. And then we've got the NZXT Z63 in white, and then we've got that NZXT C1000 gold PSU. So pretty beefy PC. And the other thing too is, like I said, brand new case here that has been, and like, look at the job. I mean, Ron did such a good job. You can't quite see it. There we go. You get a new, like, look at that. Like, he did a great job. And that's acrylic with that really cool logo. So it's going to come out looking super clean. And we've got all white parts, which is going to look really, really nice and fancy. You like fancy builds, right?
Oh, of course. It's a priority.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to have the RGB and you got to have the cool aesthetics going for sure.
Yeah, so, and you would confirm, we can confirm on the show today, RGB equals higher frames per second, yes?
Absolutely. Minimum 20%.
There it is. There it is right there, guys. You need it, yeah. Now, the one thing is that people are already talking about, don't worry, we're just, for the show, we have a 1 terabyte we're putting in here. We know for COD you need at least 83 terabytes, and so we'll be installing additional NVMe SSDs here later on, so for sure. But all in all, like, this is just for the sake of the build. Don't worry, we will make sure this does run Call of Duty for sure. Okay, well, you ready to get started?
Yeah.
And so before we do that, how familiar are you with PC builds? Now, I know I'm a computer science electrical engineer, is what I basically, but we didn't build PCs. Like, some people think, hey, I'm a computer science major, therefore all you did was build PC. That's not computer science. No. So, but how familiar are you with basically PC building?
I'm pretty familiar. I've built a couple PCs years back with the help of like some friends, people that were more experienced. I pretty much know most of it, so it should be pretty easy.
Awesome. And then like you told me, the one thing that you said was really interesting. He walks in, he goes, hey, wait, are you Robeytech? And I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, I want you to know that I'm very picky about the parts that I put inside of my PCs, right? Like, he's like, in terms of choosing what goes into it. And why so meticulous? I mean, is it like, are you looking for ultimate performance? Are you looking for aesthetics? Like, why the meticulous nature of picking your parts?
Kind of a combination of both. More on like kind of maxing out performance, squeezing out every little last frame that you can get out of each component. So. And for a game like COD, which, I mean, like, it's funny, even though it's been around for a long time, optimization's taken a while. So it, like, definitely.
Back in the day, like, you were like, if you were getting 120 frames per second, you're like, yes. And now you've got, I mean, like, with a 13900K and, like, say, for instance, something like a 4090, you can get close to 300 frames per second on Warzone now, which is actually pretty dang awesome.
And multiplayer, 400, 500 even on some maps. So
so you're like, yes, that's what I need.
Yeah.
Now, do you use a 360 hertz monitor?
I have a 1440p 240 hertz.
Okay.
But I've heard that they're coming out with 360 hertz 1440ps, so I have to get my hands on one.
Finally have some hardware that can actually push that, which is actually, and I mean, for you guys who play at the level that you play at, that means a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, that was actually a question. You're like, is there a question there, Robey? Like, what's,
No, you can definitely tell a difference between like 240 hertz and 144 hertz. I mean, I remember back in the day when like 144 hertz monitors first came out and we swapped from 60 to 144, it was like night and day. And now, today, going from like 144 to 240 or like 360, it's still like that huge gap.
I mean, I think it's a lot of fun, especially as technology, like now that we're kind of starting to see like 4K gaming, and 1440 is like starting to become what 1080p was.
Right, yeah.
Right, and now you've got like really solid 1440p performance, and now you're seeing 4K. Like, I was playing COD, Call of Duty campaign at north of 120 frames per second at 4K maxed.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes, that is the joy that I want in my life. You know what I mean? So, no, I did not take a Xanax today. Sorry for those folks who were asking. I don't know what they were still like, hey, did he take a Xanax? No. But I appreciate that, we just like to have fun and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, guys, we are going to go ahead and start building, and it should be a lot of fun. Why don't you go ahead and grab the motherboard right there? And I'm curious if you've ever seen a motherboard like this, because this is actually a partnership with ASRock and NZXT. And they make very, very clean looking boards. So you want to go ahead and pop that open?
Yeah. I have actually not seen this board yet.
Yeah, they're very pretty looking. There we go, pulling it out. Their packaging is a little crazy, but yeah, there you go. So, and then you can just go ahead and take it out of the packaging if you want. And we'll take this from you.
Okay.
Put the extra box down here. This is like our spare box section here. There we go. And we'll save this because we always like to mail you guys like the boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
So you have all the extra spare parts. But yeah, and then you can go and take that out of there. But yeah, what do you think of the board? Pretty clean, right?
Yeah, I like the white aesthetic. You don't really see a whole lot of motherboards with that are white. So.
And at the same time, like this is all magnetic. So this is like their 5th revision of this design. So you have like magnets underneath it to like be able to hide like your like M.2s, and then of course you've always got that built-in I/O shield and all that sort of stuff as well. Right. Now this one has already had its BIOS updated, so when we actually do put the 13th gen inside of it, it will work absolutely fine. And yeah, it's funny. People are saying like Parth is saying, "Hey, I like the covers on the board." And the best thing about this is you can actually remove all of the covers if you want to. They are optional, and then they have a second version of this called the N5, which has a little bit less coverage. But yes, very, very pretty board. And the other two is their BIOS is actually very simple, which is something I really, really like. Let's see. You need a CPU. That seems kind of important, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it should be around. Oh, there it is. Hey, here you go. There's your Core i9. If you want to pop that open, I'll go ahead and grab your other parts.
I don't know if I've opened up a processor before. It's been a while.
It's been, yeah. Well, you're doing very well, sir.
I'm guessing it's in this.
It is. It is inside of there. Some people have tried to put that in there. That doesn't work. Oh, there is.
We might be missing something.
We might be missing a CPU. Let's grab this other one. Maybe this one has it. Let me see. That was pretty funny. Psych, you're not getting a build. Yeah, let's see if there's one in here.
Okay.
We're just gonna keep looking. Apparently, there's just what they've done is there's a bunch of them. So let's see here. Let's see. Is there one in here? No. Okay. Do we need a CPU? This is fun. Don't worry, guys. There is a CPU in here. There's more boxes to be found, I'm sure. But in the short term, why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead and install the RAM and everything else, and we'll get to the CPU here in just a few minutes. They're looking for our CPUs, guys, and we'll get one. It's going to be fine. Okay. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and have you crack that open. Okay. Hopefully there's an SSD in there.
I don't know at this point.
Everybody's like, nice planning. Yes, no, don't worry, guys. The CPU is coming. We're totally gonna do it. Apparently, Troy stole it. That's what I was told. Okay, here we go, right here. For those folks who don't know, Troy is usually the guy who does the production for this whole show, and he is currently moving, so we can blame everything on him because that's always it's always the way it is. Okay,
back
cool.
in business.
Now, what we can do before you pop that open, let's grab our screwdrivers and stuff. Is this the one that we want to use?
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, that's from. Okay, so we did a build. We did a build with Jordan Fisher. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did a build with Jordan Fisher, and so he was like, "Are you not entertained? TwitchCon," and like people were way into it. And so now every time we do a show, everybody's like, "Are you not entertained?" So he left his impression for folks here on them. Okay, so let's have you use this one. Perfect. And what you can do is you can go and take this off. It's a magnet. I showed you that a little bit.
Okay.
And then there's 2 screws in there.
Yep.
Perfect. If you want to remove those, it's like you know how to build a PC. He's like, no problem, Robey.
This is my first rodeo.
So building a PC while doing a rodeo is actually pretty hard. I just want to let you guys.
Don't have experience with that.
And then you can just pop this up.
Okay.
Cool. There you go. And you can see exactly where it goes. Have you ever installed one of these before? You said it's been a little bit. So
yeah, I've installed an M.2.
Okay.
Yeah, these are super simple.
Yeah, it's like when you have it in, it's like a diving board, which some people don't know.
Just pop it in right there, and then
just hold it down, and we'll pop this in for you. Look at this teamwork. Look at that. There it is.
Put the screws back in.
Look at that, like a pro. You've got 1 terabyte of storage. You now have enough storage to install 1/10 of Call of Duty. No, it's
been pretty insane with how big like Call of Duty and Warzone files have gotten. I'm not gonna lie.
It'll be interesting. So the second one, will it be part of it? Do you know if it'll be part of the Modern Warfare 2 executable? Like if there's going to be I'm curious if they're going to update Warzone or if there's actually going to be. I'm assuming they will, right? Because it's the Modern Warfare 2 version of Warzone.
Yeah, I think it'll still be the same executable.
Okay.
But I know, like with the previous one, you could only install Warzone if you didn't want to have like the multiplayer and the zombies and Spec Ops. So.
Still a big game without it. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I did find, guys. I think I spied one more Core i9 box. You think that might have one? Let's see.
Is this the winner?
I don't know. We're gonna. I don't want. I don't want to get it crazy. I don't want to get people. I don't want to get people overly excited. It could be another fake one. What is this? Like the whole game? It's like a scavenger hunt for Core i9s. What do you think? He's feeling confident. Oh,
we got
it! Is.
All right.
And it does say 13900K on it, right?
13700K.
Well, there we go. We'll use that. Okay. It's all good. It's yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here we go. Let's pop this in here.
Am I going to be the one that's like putting the thermal paste on?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that part I might have only done once. I know there's like 24 different like techniques. Right. So you'll have to advise me on which one you think is the best.
Oh, and by the way, guys, just so you guys know, and I don't know if I told you this, the silver that's inside of it, the silver that's inside of this is actually a wafer. And when you print CPUs, that's actually what they come on. And we actually, when we were at TwitchCon, we actually had one of them that people could look at. They're like 300 grand. It was an i9 wafer, and you could see all the individual chips. It was actually pretty cool. But when you look inside and you get one of these boxes, that's what's actually inside of it.
I was wondering. I was like, that like shape looks very familiar.
Yeah. And as a computer, so it's like, given that you're a computer scientist, I was like, hey, here's a little science drop for you.
Like that.
Okay, so you've done this. Have you done this part before? Have you done an LG A1700?
I don't think so.
Okay, so just go ahead and push it on over. Okay. There you go. Now the question for chat is, there's a game we like to play with this, okay? And then you go ahead and lift that up. And then just all the way back. Yeah, sure. This is called an I/O shield. It's the I/O shield. Sorry, not the I/O shield. It's the socket cover. When you close it, it's going to pop. Okay. And that's just part of the fun. The question for chat is, will it jump over the VRM? Because these things can take off, like to the moon level take off sometimes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you that. So go ahead and install the CPU the way this basically works. You're just going to, and you've probably done this, it's like another one. You're just going to grab it here and you're just going to set it right inside just like that.
Okay.
Okay, and then you guys say yes or no. Okay, perfect. Looks like it's good. Now, taking your finger, you're just going to push this down and then just keep pushing it down. And then you're going to push this at the same, hook it at the same. So just on this silver. Okay. Don't touch anything else. Yeah, just like that. Push, 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 push. Now close. Question is, it did it!
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Okay, do I keep going?
Yeah, keep going. Go and close it. It made it.
I've never seen that.
Isn't that awesome? That's like you've essentially unleashed the power.
I like that.
But you're like, it's kind of like a dun 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 dun. It's like, when is it gonna pop? So that's like so much pressure. But there we go, goal. Okay. There it is. It like kick flipped over your thing. So that's actually, I think, the first time it's actually cleared that on all episodes of the show. You were the first one. Every other one has been like it's like, but yours was a good click. So you're a good one. Okay, let's go ahead and do our thermal paste. Hopefully, we got the thermal paste. Do we have?
Yes, we fully unleashed Intel power. Indeed.
We may not have the spreader. Okay, we're just going to do the dot method for this, which is fine.
Okay.
And we'll do that when we get to the bracket then. Usually we have like a whole Bob Ross moment, and we actually have a Juilliard-trained cellist who will sometimes come in here and like play you a song, but we don't have the spreader today, so it's okay. You'll be okay though, right?
Yeah.
You're okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm a little bummed, but
I'm sorry. I don't want to be a bad host, okay? I really want you to have a good time. And when you don't have the cellist, I mean, he's really good. Like, we've had like 3 people cry. It's been amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I played cello for 1 year.
Did you really?
In 5th grade, I think.
This is like, okay, I don't even know what to do. It's like, this guy's done everything. He's like, I built PCs. I've been to the moon. I'm like, wow, okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes,
okay, so what we're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and pop this open and pop this open.
Second and fourth one?
Yeah, second and fourth one. Okay, so this is the ASMR of PC building. The clicks of the
I
ramp.
love the click, yes.
There you go.
I'm familiar with that.
Have you ever fainted while doing it? I mean, it can be a life-altering experience, so just be prepared. So sometimes we just have people kind of stretch out a little bit, because, I mean, if it's a good click, you know, that moment can happen.
I mean, we got a good pop, so
we did.
We're doing pretty well.
It could be really good. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. So they go this way. They're just going to, you've done this before, but I'll show you the best pop technique to get the best click, okay? And then you'll do the second one, okay? So you just go like this. Just like that, get it in. Okay, ready? You're prepared, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good.
I just need a minute.
Silence.
I just need a minute. Can we get an F in the chat? Because that is like, that felt good. Okay.
Bible thumbs.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah,
your
Bible
turn.
thumbs.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, just like that.
Keep it level on both sides.
Keep it level on both sides. Solid push. There we go. We'll get some good Fs. Thank you very much for all that, guys.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just want to get it even on both sides, and then you can just go for the thumb. I love how focused you are. Okay, good. Just good, solid thumb push. No, you're not even in.
Oh, it's not even in yet. Hold on.
Yeah, it's going to be a good push. Oh, that was good.
That was close
Okay. I have to say,
a little weaker, but
no, but like, so most of the time, like, usually we'll have something go in there and they'll be like, yeah, but yours were actually really good. So you got, not only did you get the pop, but you were like right there with your click. So yeah,
like
man,
double click.
This is like, dude, this is going to be a good episode, guys. This might actually be a really good show, unlike all of the other ones.
I might be a PC builder.
Yeah, he might be.
Honestly,
you're going to turn it. Yeah, you're going to turn it into. It's going to be Huskerrs Tech here pretty soon. He's like going in there. He's like, we're just going to build PCs. Okay, here we go. So we've got that. We've got your M.2 in. We've got your. Let's grab your cooler. Now what we're going to do here is we're just going to basically get your bracket on, so that way your cooler holds on, right? It just makes it a little easier when we put it inside the case. So we're gonna build the extraordinary. He cut from that. Like, that was so perfect, Will. Look at it. It's like watch this. Here we go. Ready? Will, ready? Whew. Build the extraordinary.
That's pretty good.
Okay, we had our moment. NZXT is like, okay, and on that right there was making it worth us all sponsoring this episode, just to get that in there. Okay, here we go. Let's pull it out. And then what we're going to grab out of this is we're just going to grab our bracket, which is right here. Perfect. Okay, and it does have LGA 1700, which always makes me happy.
Yes.
Sometimes you still have to hold your breath a little bit because you're like, is this too old to not have it? But luckily, we're good to go. Okay, we'll set this off to the back here. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you flip the board all the way over. Flip it onto its face. Perfect. Now, there's these holes. This lines up with the holes in the back. You can move this around to make it kind of fit. Usually it's just all the way on the outside edge, and you just want to pop them into each one of those holes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep. Takes a lot of sustained focus. It's a big moment. This is a lot like, you know, remember like when you were like in, never mind, he got it done already. I couldn't even get to my thing. It was just like, it's finished.
Yeah. We're secure.
Yeah, we're secure. Okay, I was like thinking of that. You remember when you were like in like preschool and they're like, okay, please put the round peg in the round hole. It's like, you know, but you're like, I couldn't even get through my story. It's like, oh yeah, it's already done. Okay, so here are the pegs. Those are going to go in each one of the corners.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And actually, I realized we already have thermal paste on our AIO, so we'll just leave that alone. Since we can't spread, and you can't have like the cellist or anything, it just feels like we're just missing the moment. I'm sorry, I'm still a little verklempt. Yeah, just like that, and you're gonna screw them all the way down.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, when you did your build, do you remember how you fastened this in back in the day, or was it the same way, or?
Fasten the motherboard to the case.
Yeah, no, the cooler, because or did you do custom liquid cooled?
No, it was just a
air cooler. Okay, yeah, and those can be.
I had someone else do it.
Yeah, those can be, and I'll be honest, those can be so very, very different in terms of how you install air coolers. So.
Yeah, I remember the one I had too. Like the clearance was like super tight, so the guy had to like really maneuver it.
It's always this one's actually the good thing about just this particular cooler is that you're actually going to have a screen on it, so you'll be able to see like your temps and all that sort of stuff. Is actually a lot of fun. I've had
the 360 millimeter Z73.
Oh yeah.
So many builds just because the screen is awesome.
And so do you put a GIF on it, or do you put or do you actually run the temps? So where do you lie on the customization of
One of them I just had the temps. Another one I had like a GIF of like my logo.
And then are you in the GIF camp or the GIF camp?
I say both, honestly. I forget half the time. I'll say GIF one day and then GIF the next.
Because it starts with the G. It starts with the G, guys. Anyway, it's funny because it's the guy who made it has been trolling people forever. He's like, no, it's GIF. And then when he finally passed, he was like, no, it's GIF. It starts with the G, guys. It's all in all, but he was like, I can't believe people are fighting over this. The things we fight about, am I right? Okay, so we're good there. What you want to do is you want to slide that off to the side.
Okay.
Just kind of on the edge of there you go, right there. You want to go grab your case.
Yes.
Now is the time, yes.
I love this case.
So I'm going to give you guys a little tour of this case because it's pretty dang awesome. But before we do that, let's go ahead and remove all the panels.
Okay.
And just kind of get it prepped. So there's only one screw at the top of this one. Yep. And just going to give it a push forward. It's there it goes. Yeah. It teases you. You're like, is this going to come off or is it going to shatter in my hand?
Okay with it.
Yeah.
This one has 2.
There we go. Perfect. Awesome. That one came off easily.
Yeah.
Why'd the front one have to be a jerk? Okay, and you can go ahead and pull the front panel off. So the very, very front.
Oh, this one?
No. All the way at the front.
Oh.
Yeah, you can go ahead and pull that off.
Okay.
It just pop right off. I literally built this I literally did a build yesterday with this, and was it the day before? So I really, really like this case. Okay, and then lastly, let's go and take this little dust filter off. Just pops right out. Perfect.
That's easy.
Okay, so let's give you guys a cool tour of this and why I'm such a fan of this case. Unlike the NZ, so this is an upgrade from the NZXT H510, which is like everybody's seen that case. It's all glass and all that sort of stuff. So this is the H5 Flow. Now the thing that is most impressive about this case is right there. It actually has a dedicated fan to pull in air for the GPU that just sucks it in right from the bottom. They got rid of the hard drive cage and just made it so you can actually have direct airflow now for your GPU. So if you have like 4090, Intel Arc, anything like that, it's just best because now you can actually front mount your 280 millimeter AIO, which is what we're going to install, which can cool pretty much anything. And you make sure that your very chunky or beefy GPU is also getting good amount of air. With the right fans, which are like the ones we're going to install today, the airflow on this, I mean, you've seen reviews from like Gamers Nexus. We're doing our review right now. Very, very solid quality airflow case, which is actually really, really cool. So yeah, I really impressed with this case, and very, very easy to build in. The other thing too is that the back area for cable management, which I'll turn it around for. Yeah,
super clean.
Is super clean and very, very deep. So you have a lot of room to do your cable management. They did a better job in terms of just being able to do your routing and just very, very simple to build it. And you have a lot of room in the PSU shroud because it has smaller area from this fan to put in bigger PSUs. So very, very impressive case and good job from NZXT, and it's been reviewing pretty well, which has actually been pretty cool. So some people have too much fun with language. It's like no matter what I say, I'm danged if I do, I'm danged if I don't.
Yeah.
Point is it's good for cable management.
Welcome to Twitch.
Yeah, welcome to Twitch. Yeah, you're like, hey. It's always fun to see how people twist your words. But hey, you guys have fun. Okay, now one of the things we're going to do is we're going to remove this right here, just temporarily, so we can get to this, that right there. And then now we have our box of goodies. And again, the other thing that's also really nice is you get to have the cheat mode because the front panel connector is just one connection. You don't have like the 15 of them.
Yeah, that makes it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting the Ferrari version of building right now. You're just like, oh, look at how good I am. I'm so pro. Okay, so let's go and pop this down. Cool. And then if you want to take your motherboard and you just slip it right in there, remember the I/O goes right there in the back.
Yep.
And I know you probably know that, but it's one of those things that I always just let people know because it's just like you never know what people remember and don't. So.
Right.
And luckily, I just built in this, so I know which screws we need.
Line it up.
Right here.
Should be like.
Yep, and you should see it. It'll actually click in.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. And then the screw holes should all be good, right? Now, welcome to. We're going to actually use this one because this one's magnetic. Usually, we make you use this one.
Oh my God,
Excalibur,
I've never seen one that
which
long.
is so long. But the problem is that the magnetic on this is actually pretty bad, and because we have these specific little
like
things to get, it would be we'd be here for 3 hours just watching you try and get the screws in. So hopefully that's a magnetic screwdriver. We'll see. How does it look?
Yeah, that should work.
Okay, there you go. There's your first screw.
Alrighty.
So did you go to Twitch? Is it not magnetic?
I don't know if it is.
Oh, nope.
Oh no.
Where did that one go? We've lost a screw.
Wait.
Where's the? Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna send a note to Jack. Jack, what we need is like when I slam on the table, like the whole screen goes red, and we can have like a panic button. Not for this show, but next time it's like rear, rear. You know what I mean? Like a submarine diving. I like to give Jack ideas. They never implement them, but it makes me feel better about being me. We have. Oh, did you get it in? If not, we can try this one. This one's actually slightly magnetic. Here, let me.
Yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, one in there. Okay, here, watch this. This is the fun part. We have this little toy.
A little device.
It's a device, a piece of tech. There
Perfect. Okay. I got worried for a second.
It's okay. It's okay to panic. I'm just as panicked right now. I'm like, are we ever going to get this screwed in? Let me see if this. That's not a very good screw. There we go. Okay. Oh, that feels good. Okay. So we got that one in. So this one is slightly magnetic.
Okay.
The technique is just as you're doing it, just to grab, like hold it at the end, and then just kind of guide it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying.
Like a tomahawk missile.
Where's that device?
That's right here. I got it. I'm ready to go, just in case. I'm prepared. I'm tracking.
Okay, let's try this one down here.
This doesn't look creepy at all, right, guys?
Okay, that one's in. Not all the way yet, but.
that wasn't creepy. I'm prepared. I'm prepared if anything basically happens with said screws. No, that was.
Yeah, I think this one's a magnetic.
It's like just there, right? You just got to be focused. You can see every muscle in his body is tensed right now, where he's just like, guys, Godric, don't worry. Somebody's saying, hey, did they switch the 13? Yeah, guys, the 13900 will go into this. We're just moving forward with the build. It is okay. 13.7 is actually a great pairing with an Intel Arc A770, so I think that's why we did that one. Don't worry, he will be getting a 13900, but thank you for caring. So people are excited. Husk should have been a surgeon. Yes, I do agree. You would have made a great surgeon, sir.
You know, my dad's a doctor.
Really?
Yeah, so it probably runs in the family.
Okay. So what is your dad? What does your dad doctor?
He's a pediatric dentist, but he also does like hospital cases.
Wow.
He'll, like,
okay.
do some,
That's
like,
not
surgeries.
That's like a legit job. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's like when you sit there and say, but it was like when you say that, oh, practice, that would be the right word. What was his practice? I was like, what does he doctor? I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
I attribute my great work ethic to him. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got to get it from somewhere. My dad actually, it's funny because my dad made his gaming debut yesterday. He started with Modern Warfare 2. So like I get
his first ever.
It's his first ever. Well, it's okay. So it's his second time. His first time ever playing a first-person shooter. So this is an Intel story, which is actually really cool. We were doing Creator Challenge, and we had just debuted the 12900 KS. In Origin, every team had 2 people, and they were going to play after we were done. After they're done with the build, they're supposed to go play Valorant together.
Right.
So we get done, and PJ is nowhere near finished. So he's like, I'm not going to play. I'm going to finish this build. So I was like, Dad, you're going to have to jump in and play competitively against. And so my dad, who has never played a first-person shooter in his life, gets on, and like we give him a crash course for the tutorial. Like this man is not a keyboard mouse player at all.
Oh, you put him on keyboard and mouse?
Keyboard and mouse.
That's even harder than a controller.
He won a game.
Really?
Like he was lost, and he had and so the timed out, but it was still like, they were like, he won, we won a game because of him. So we ended up going like, we got creamed, but point being is like, that was his first ever time. But then we had gotten a number of these laptops, and I was like, oh man, we're gonna get another gaming laptop. I was like, who should we give it to? And he's like, well, I wanna play games. I was like, Dad, what game do you want to play? He goes, I want to play COD. And I was like, well, dude, we are getting you a gaming laptop. So we just had a video that just came out about his first experience playing Modern Warfare. It's actually really, it's a wholesome video, but the point is like, it's kind of cool that that's what my dad is doing. Like now he travels with me and does this for me. Yeah. And he's like our executive producer, but it's, you know.
He likes gaming now?
Yeah, he's once again there. But the dads are the stuff that makes us, you know what I mean? Like, so I appreciate that you got that from your dad. That's my dad's story to go with his dad's story. So yeah.
Yeah, I love my dad for sure. I have these four in. Am I doing the one back there as well?
Okay, so you should have three up there. You have three up top. So you have one here, one there, and then one there. Yep. And then you should have one. Yeah, those four. So you're good. Okay, so you just want to get those three. And the good thing is we can just rotate the whole thing.
Cool.
Oh. Momskers, it says, hi, Momskers. So is your mom in
My mom's in the chat, too. I love you, too, Mom.
Yeah, Mom is here in the chat, which is awesome. So
I also attribute my great work ethic to her. Both my parents have professional degrees, so like.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny that, like, yes, of course we knew you love your mom. We just had told the story about your dad. So, Mom, if you're watching, it's not like we don't appreciate you too. Mom, you are awesome. Moms are amazing as well. It was just we were talking about dads. So dads get their moments too. But yeah, that's so awesome. Did you lose it?
I don't know if these are lined up.
Oh, is it not? Does it look like we might need to loosen it a little bit?
Or like it doesn't look like.
Oh no, they're okay. They're okay. Yeah, that should work. Here, let me give it a gander.
Okay.
Give it one test. So that way, if it's broken, you can blame me. There we go. Oops. If I'm good with my job here. Yeah, I built PCs. Did you know that? There we go. Okay, yeah, that's okay. There we go.
Okay, maybe I just wasn't.
You just got
enough pressure on it.
Yeah, I will tell you this. It's like the other thing too is like I think people come in and like build. Like sometimes there's a little bit of nervousness with it, but yeah, you never have to worry about it.
Cool.
It's just getting it to line up that first time is always a little rough.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can be a little askew. And you guys learned a new word today. But that's pretty awesome that your mom watches. That's pretty cool. Were your parents like when you first went into streaming? Because like you got a degree in computer science.
Right.
And it's funny. My parents were like, I wanted to get a degree in computer science, and my parents were like, there's no money in computers, Justin. You need to go get an engineering degree. This is prior to like when computers were starting to boom. Okay. And so like I was like, fine, I'll just do both. But like, did you like when you became a streamer? Were your parents like? Did they kind of understand it? Did it take them a little while to kind of go through it, or
it took them a little bit.
Okay. We got to be honest, Mom and Dad. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it took them a little while to come around. They were pretty much like, we first want you to get your degree, but like once you graduate, you can do whatever you want and you can like try it out.
Yeah. You have to have your backup plan.
Yeah. So I like I said, I started competing again in like late 2016, like my junior year of college. So I was playing a little bit then, and then I graduated, and then I switched to it full time.
Nice.
But
okay.
It definitely paid off, and now I have my degree to fall back on.
Yeah, exactly. Should you get in there? If you were going to go and so you got a computer science degree, and you were like, hey, what would be your backup computer science job? Would you go like game development? Would you go like work at Raytheon? Go like what would be like if you had to go choose a backup job? What would you do?
I mean, I'd probably get into game development.
Okay.
Like, I never studied anything that, like, was related to game development, so I'd probably have to, like, self-teach myself a lot of stuff, but I think I'd be really good at it just with my experience.
Yeah, of course. Like, you know what feeling is. You've played a lot of it.
Yeah.
There's all that sort of stuff. Well, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's, like, but all in all, like, right now, why? Because like you're like with all the stuff that you're doing right now, it's going pretty well. So
for sure.
Exactly. You're like, hey, no. But if you need it, we have a plan.
Yeah.
And so I can call you every year and be like, hey man, like have you been doing some studying? Like I've sent you some. I've sent you a couple engines. I've got you some code. So like you're cultivating that backup.
I've forgotten
plan.
all of that. But, I mean, I could always relearn at some point. But,
exactly.
Yeah. It's
okay.
Okay. I tied in all of them, so we should be
okay. So now the next step is what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hook up all of like the front panel connectors to the case.
Okay.
So essentially at this point in time, what we can do is start moving into some of the more complicated stuff, which is always this is like where, hey, this plugs into this plug. So
yeah.
We're going to go ahead and lift up the case and just set it on its feet. And then why don't you do me a favor and rotate it towards this fine gentleman over here, and who's actually used to be an astrophysicist for the team at SpaceX, but decided that instead his real future is in manning the camera for Bento. So yeah, it's like all in all, like
wow, what a career switch.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start routing these cables. So this one right here, this is your fan for your GPU. So we'll go ahead and pop that in.
The one that's in the new case?
That's one's at the bottom down there.
Okay.
So we got that one. Then we got your HD audio. That's going to go right here. Then you got your front panel connector. That's going to go right here.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of hold those in there. Then you've got your, this one is going to be interesting. So I'm going to hook this one up just because it's a little bit weird. So right here on the side, this is going to go right in here.
What's the blue one for?
And this is USB. This is your front panel USB 3.2.
Okay.
Gotcha. I'm just going to plug that one in, just because that one has the highest chance of bent pins. So we'll just make it a little bit simpler for you, give you a little bit of a cheat mode, and then that one's going to go up here. Okay, so there's all your cables ready to go. So I'm going to have you come to where I'm at.
Okay.
And then we're going to have you take the first one. So HD audio. See that plug right in the far right?
Yeah, the light gray one?
Yeah, sorry. So this one right here, right there. This is going to go right on that connection on the far right. And you can see there's actually a pin filled in, so it only goes one way.
Oh, the one that's labeled front audio?
Yep, okay. That is it.
Cool. Oh, I see.
Okay, so we're going to, I think actually what we'll do is we'll put it on its back, because that way they can see it a little bit better. Okay, here we go. So now this one's going to go right there.
Okay.
A little bit easier for people to see.
Yeah, okay. So it's going to line up this way.
Yep, and it should only go one way.
Yeah.
Always fun. This is like all of the stuff. This is where it's like, it's basically, you'll find out, and for folks who've never built a PC before, with like YouTube videos, all that sort of stuff, very, very easy to kind of figure this stuff out. Because all of these cables only plug into one slot. It's just kind of figuring out what those look like. Okay, so you got that one in?
Yeah.
Okay, next one on our list is actually your fan connector, which we talked about right here. And that one is going to plug right where it says SysFan 3. So this is going to plug in. See how it's got little feet?
Yeah.
Those little feet are going to go around that little plastic piece right there.
Okay.
It's going to go kind of up. Yep.
Cool.
So it's going to plug into SysFan 3.
That's easy.
And these can be a little hard to push in, so don't be afraid to give it a little pressure if you know you got it kind of lined up. So I don't know what it is. It's like heavy resistance or something like that.
I know this one has 3 holes, but the SysFan 3 has 4.
Yeah, you're
so just go on the far right 3?
Okay, exactly. Cool. Right underneath that piece of plastic.
Cool, there we go.
Perfect. Okay, so this front panel one, push this in here. This is going to go on this one right on the far end, and you can see that there's a pin filled in, so it's just going to go right up on that. Yep.
Cool.
Pretty straightforward right there.
So the top is the...
Yep.
Yep, on the right. Cool.
Yep. The good thing is like by the time you're done, like it's funny, we had like Wardell. I don't know if you knew who he is.
Yeah.
So he had to, he was on a show with me, like what you were doing. And then we had him come for TwitchCon, and him and another influencer had to lift weights the entire time. So like he would have to go and do a building while the other person was lifting weights. I think they ended up
one of them like sabotaged the other and like super slow.
At the beginning they did, but then after a while, like they ended up lifting 5,000 pounds between the two of them, or 5 moon tons, as we called it. Moon ton's not a real number. We just decided that's what a moon ton is.
Okay.
But yeah, between the two of them, they had to do it. But like after a while, they were like, literally like, he was like, the guy was like doing a bicep curl while plugging things, because he was just like, I need you to get this figured out because this is getting really heavy. But the fact is it's the retention. Like you do end up retaining a lot of the knowledge that we teach. And it's given you've done it before. So like a lot of the stuff you'll be like, next time you'll be like, no friend, get out of here. I'll build it on my own. That's why we basically call this Huskerrs Tech. And that's my new channel. Okay, so this one right here is just going to plug into this one right here. Now, if it gives you some resistance, just flip it around, but it only goes in one way.
Okay.
Intel is working overtime on Friday. Of course, that's what we do. It's all about like working overtime to keep you entertained. Are you not entertained, Mod Workshop? Are you not?
What was that one for again?
That is your USB-C.
Oh, the USB.
Yeah, so this one is for this plug right here. So you've plugged in, that was for the blue plug. That's the one that you just plugged in. Okay. And then this one on the far left was this audio plug.
So I've had builds before. I've had custom builds where like I got the PC and like some of the front panel USBs weren't working. Is it because they forgot to plug that in, or like became loose?
Or what can happen is like say for instance like you get like that huge Helios case. Yeah. It actually has 2 of these connectors, and not every motherboard supports 2, so only 2 of the 4 will work.
Okay.
So sometimes it's not that they forgot. It's just flat out it doesn't have the connections for it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so guys, where we're at right now is we've essentially got all of the front panels, and now we're kind of at the boring stuff. But what we also have is we have a new guest, a new host from the channel. His name is Meso, right? I got it right? Yes, I did. Meso. So Meso is here. We're going to be bringing him on. Are you guys ready? Can we bring in the guest host of the new show, the new guest host? We're going to make it to Meso Workshop. This is happening. But here comes Meso. Right here, guys. Everybody bring on Meso. Here he is right here. That round of applause. Brand new. Look at him. There it is right here, Meso. He is a purebred, oh my gosh, I just forgot the name. Dachshund, yeah, purebred Dachshund. And he is, how old is he? He's 4 months old.
Wow.
So he's going to be Meso, not Meso soup. Meso. Yeah, and then here, why don't are you a dog person?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So here's Meso right here. Sorry, I didn't want to give up the dog, but isn't he amazing?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so cute. Brand new puppy. So he's going to be hosting the show. It's going to take him a little time. Oh, he's giving kisses already. But we are very stoked to have Meso on the show today. He is the new puppy who's going to be hanging around here. So, and go from there. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for a little while. We are going to be back here in just 8 minutes. We're going to take a little bit of a break and then come back. So see you guys in just a bit.
Awesome.
Performing in motion capture is completely different than working like in film or TV. You have only your imagination to rely on. You don't get makeup, you don't get costumes, so you really have to delve into your pure imagination to create the world that you want to create. But it's completely different than working in film and TV, but it's still acting. My name is Richard Dorton. I'm known as the Mocap Man. I usually tell people if you played a video game, you've probably killed me. I'm a motion capture actor and performer, producer and director. I started doing theater in DC. I did get a scholarship and I studied a little bit abroad at Balliol College in England. And then I also started studying stage combat. I was going down the route of being a stuntman. That's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to pursue my stunt career, so I decided I needed to go to California. My first audition, I'd just gotten a stunt agent I thought was going to be at this famous motion capture place called House of Moves, where they had just done stunts for Titanic. My first taste into what I thought was going to be a stunt world actually was for an audition for a video game. It was for Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. In the audition, you had to walk like Shaggy, act like a gorilla, be Frankenstein, you had to dance, you had to fall down, you had to run into a wall. I ended up booking the game and playing Shaggy and 60 other villains in the game. And that kind of just started my mocap career. Hey! I have here some of the games that I've worked on, and there's some of my prized possessions. Like right here is Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. And in the final sequence of that, you get to play Darth Vader. So I was one of the first people to ever motion capture Darth Vader in a video game. I've played Wolverine and X-Men Legends, Silent Hill Homecoming. I got to play Pyramid Head and all the creatures in that. I also worked on the God of War series. But this has got to be one of my most prized possessions. This is from Left 4 Dead 2. I play all the boss zombies and all the hero characters in that. And I had all the artists sign this game after the game came out. So this is something I'm really, really proud of. Recently, one of the biggest projects I've been working on is Rogue Company with Hi-Res Studios. I started out being an actor, creating some of the characters like Dima. It's really funny to see him juggling grenades and then throwing them because I helped create that move. It's one of my favorite moments in the game. I also have expanded into the company, and I now work on some of their character reveals. I help cast actors, I help create the emotes, the dance emotes, fidgets, idols, all the rogue reveals that you see. I get to work on that. So it's been an incredible journey going from a performer with them to also helping them direct and put the game together. We're here at Fonco Studios, home to a variety of other production companies, but also home here is the Noida Motion Capture Studio. We're going to go inside, I'm going to put on the perception neuron suit, and we're going to give you a demo. Fonco is known for working with some incredible artists who work on top major AAA title video games, major motion pictures. They're known for their miniatures, they're known for their special effects, and they're also known for their motion capture. We're here now at the Noida Motion Capture stage. Now this is where all the magic happens. Here we go. I'm here in the performance space where James is going to put me in the perception neuron motion capture suit. We're going to take that motion capture data from Access Studio, move it over to the Unreal Engine, where we're going to create a scene of a rampaging monster versus a robot.
Left hand. Good. So these straps will hold the sensors around the body. And the sensors have gyroscopes, magnetometer, and accelerometer to track and capture his motion data.
My name is Rock Nakajima. I'm the president of Noida International. Motion capture until a few years ago was a very, very elitist technology, costing like hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars.
Newer technology has come along with inertial suits. All of the technology is in the suit itself. With the perception neuron suit that I was wearing, the markers are now sensors. I can now shoot anywhere, inside, outside, as long as I'm connected to the laptop.
Now you don't need any cameras, and therefore now you have a completely portable system. You're not locked into a location. You could go out in the field, you could go out on the mountain, you could go wherever you want with your laptop and start capturing. And you can do that literally in a few minutes. So you just put on the suit, you do a two-step calibration, which literally takes 10 seconds, and now you're capturing data.
So we have the Perception Neuron Studio sensors that he's wearing. It's going to be going into the Access Studio software, and then we're going to push that into Unreal to drive the Rampage character and the Crunch robot character to set up a monster fight.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to focus on the two characters that I have to bring to life. Even though they're both giant characters, one's more organic, one's more robotic. So we want to make sure that I have different movements for each one. Like for the Rampage character, he's more of a monster. He's more of a kaiju. He's very physical. He's just really wild. We're going to go with that, the name of Rampage, and we're just going to let him riff and just, go crazy. And then let's go over to Crunch. He's now gonna take care of this monster. I size him up. Oh, I know what to do with this. Get the weapons ready. Fire.
Right, so I took your two performances and I put one of your animations on the monster, and then I put your other animation on the robot, adjusted them in space, tightened up the timing a little bit, and so now we can see your two characters fight.
What's incredible about this too is it just shows that one person, with this kind of suit can do their own kind of motion capture. We weren't limited to a studio. This is a great space to work in, but if I only had space in my bedroom, I could do this in my bedroom. Traditionally, I'm a Mac guy, but during the pandemic, things had to change and I needed to work from home. A lot of this technology runs on PC. I wanted to work in a new way, so the MSI GE76 gave me the chance to do that. It's portable and I can take it anywhere. I don't use it just for work too. I can use it in my personal life, I can use it for email, I can watch videos on it, I can watch YouTube, and I do my research, so it comes in really, really handy as a personal computer as well as a professional laptop. To me, motion capture is pure imagination. That's what I get to do. I get to use my imagination, I get to use my creativity, and I've been very, very fortunate in this world. Being a half Asian man, I was judged purely on my talent. It didn't matter what I looked like. It didn't matter my size. I was purely booking work on my talent. And that makes me feel really, really proud of myself and what I've done. It's been an incredible journey for me to say that I have made a motion capture career in 20 years and have worked on some of the top games, you know, in pop culture. It's a great honor.
And we are back, guys. And now it is time, guys. It is time for gaming and PC building. Two incredible combinations when you put it together, like peanut butter and chocolate, like pineapple and pizza, right? Like, I was like, I have to say one thing that goes together, that mixes together, and all that sort of stuff. But question is, let's see. We're gonna go to ear. Basically, Huskerrs, are you there? Can you hear me?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, now I can.
Okay, now you can. Okay,
we're good,
so
we're good.
Huskerrs is good. Huskerrs, are you over there with some, what is this game called? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I believe so. It is, yes.
It is. We are ready to go. Are you ready to play some games?
Yeah, I'm ready to hop in some multiplayer.
Okay, we're gonna be cutting to you here pretty quick. Now, if you were gonna, like, for today, what are the modes? What are the experiences we're going to get to enjoy with you today? Like a fine $10 bottle of wine. Is $10 expensive? Is that a fine bottle? No. Okay, no. Okay, so I was told no, that is not expensive. I don't drink it. I just don't know. Okay, there we go. We got him. Hey, you look dapper, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Look at you. Okay, so he's gonna go. He's gonna basically go there. What is so what's going through your head right now? Have you played any Modern Warfare 2 up until this point?
No, this is actually my first MW2 playtime.
This is your first experience with Modern Warfare. How are you feeling nervous? Some butterflies? How are you taking it right now?
No, I'm saying for the people that are watching right now, you guys are getting exclusive content. This is my first ever playtest not playtest, but first ever on launch MW2 gameplay experience. Nice.
Okay, if you could boil it into one word, what would it be?
Aggressive.
Okay. I like that.
Like gameplay. Like play style, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't know. I was curious what he was where he was actually gonna go with that. I was like, it could be any word. But yeah, I like that. Aggressive, huh?
Yes.
Which is and then so for somebody, are you going to, like, given that we're waiting for Warzone 2, but what would be like? Are you gonna play a lot of just multiplayer Modern Warfare 2? Like, is this gonna be part of your regular, like, if people tune in, is this gonna be part of your regular, like, rotation or?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be playing this a good amount for the first week or so.
Okay.
Probably just leveling up a lot of guns, maybe unlocking camos, since all of that transitions or translates to Warzone 2.
Right.
And then I'll probably go back to Warzone 1 maybe for the week before Warzone 2 drops, just get back into the BR mode.
Okay, got it. Okay, well, I think we are actually ready for you to start playing and going for the... Oh, never mind. Okay, so we're still working on it. What I'm going to do while you're doing that, though, is I'm going to go ahead and start putting parts into your PC still to make sure that we still get a PC built. I feel like having a PC built is still an integral part of this, even though people are here to see some really rad gameplay. How many hours do you think you've spent playing Call of Duty? If you were just going to put a number to it.
Like any Call of Duty?
Yeah, like any Call of Duty. Over 5 hours?
Over 5? I think it's been over 5. No, I don't. I think in Warzone alone, I have 3,200.
3,200 hours.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot.
Probably 6,000 or 7,000.
Wow. Okay, so a ton. So a lot of hours.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's almost the amount of time that you need to finish a water-cooled build. 7,000 hours.
Oh, look. Good thing we're not doing water.
Yeah, we're not doing water cooled. Yeah,
okay.
That would be like marathon stream. Okay, so it sounds like we actually have audio. So why don't you talk us through what you're working through right now? Like, what's the plan?
I mean, everything's level 1, so I gotta work with the basics to begin with. But I mean, the M4 has always been a staple in every Call of Duty, so I'm sure that's gonna be solid, even though it's one of the starter guns. But I'm probably going to be using mostly SMGs today because I'm always that aggressive, close quarters type player.
Now, I know you play mostly, you do play mostly Warzone. What's your go-to mode for just MP, though?
Search and destroy, 100%.
Search and destroy, okay.
That's what I started streaming on back in the day, so.
So not kill confirmed?
Not kill.
I like kill confirm.
I mean, I dabbled in it like in MW3, but no, Search and Destroy is my baby. But I'll be playing kind of all of them today. So
Nice. Okay.
yeah.
I like that. You're like, I dabbled in it. I looked at it briefly.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, and then have you looked up anything in terms of the maps and stuff like that? Do you have a one that you'd look forward to? Oh, did you already customize your character?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Well, we got Ghost and Soap, the classics.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with them, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not really familiar with the maps. I got to play it early a little bit in September.
Okay.
But I don't really like recall the names of the maps or anything. So
this is all like
kinda going
very
blind.
fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is always like a good experience, right? Like that people are getting your unfettered like initial just kind of jump in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you expecting to do well?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm a pro player still. Like, what are we talking about?
He's like, Robey, I'm not you. Like, it's over here saying, like, let's play kill confirm, Robey. Come on, we're playing Search and Destroy. We're doing real gaming over here.
Yeah.
While I'm over here tethering your RGB fans together to give you more frames per second.
Let's see.
That's what I'm working on, making it look good. Are you, so when people watch you stream, do you talk a lot on your stream when you game, or do you feel like it's like pretty quiet because you're like focused on winning? I'm just curious, like in terms of a stream experience.
It's mostly, I'd say I talk less than like the average streamer.
Okay.
But, because like I'll be in a lot of like Warzone games, you know, like a whole game of Warzone can last like 25 minutes. You know, if I'm like super in the zone and like doing really well, that I'll get quiet because I'm like super focused. But here and there, like there'll be some games where I'll kind of be like walking the stream through like what I'm doing and kind of like basically telling them what's happening in my brain. So I like to mix it up.
So it's like, yeah, so people can expect like almost like a dual experience. Sometimes it's a little bit of training if you're wanting to jump in and kind of figure out how a pro thinks, and other times it's like it's sweaty, I got a level, you know, and you're just here to kind of watch and enjoy the master at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, come on, that's like a little bit of what everybody kind of wants, right? Is to learn. And get, but still at the same time, if you're looking, guys, to jump into some Warzone and then know a little bit, then yeah, you should definitely turn in. And then when do you stream? Like, do you stream like every day, every Tuesday, every 30th of the month? Like, what's your stream schedule?
Usually 6 days a week, 7 to 8 hours per day on average. Usually from like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay. So pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, yeah. This Twitch is definitely my main thing.
And then somebody was asking me, they're like, hey, Robey, how do you place your fans for your AIO fans? In this case, given we're going to be pulling in from the front, we're going to be having the fans at the front. So this is going to definitely be a push configuration, which is perfect for high static pressure fans like what we're using here. So that's how we're combining it now. This is a little bit of the tricky part because we got to line all this stuff up perfectly to get it in. But yeah, don't worry, we'll get it squared. You're going to see a pro gamer, and then you're also seeing a pretend to be pro builder. I just pretend. I dabble.
We're pros in both of our...
We're pros. There we go. Thank you. You're very kind.
Hard point.
And we go like this.
Gun grenade out! Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point.
There we go. Okay, cool. Get that in. Already getting kills, or is this like line up, warm up?
Currently own one, actually died. But I think one of my keybinds is wrong.
Oh. That's always like the first couple games, right? Especially if you play a brand new game, it's like figuring it all out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I think I need to change.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
The sound, I'm wondering like how much does soundscape matter when you play? Like for you, it's important to hear the game sounds, right? Because it's like...
Oh yeah, sound's very important. Sound whoring, Call of Duty term, is super important to like be able to hear enemies' footsteps. It's, yeah, it makes a huge difference. There we go, first kill on the board.
Okay, there we go. Your first, guys, can we get some hype in the chat? The first kill of Modern Warfare 2 in retail, you guys got to witness for the man here.
Location updated. Capture the hard
So what is this? What is this particular mode? Like, it's like, what's the purpose? Is it team based? Like,
this one is hardpoint. So there's on different parts of the map. There's like a dedicated hardpoint that you have to like stand in the area to capture and get points.
okay.
And then yeah, it just rotates around the map. So one of the respawn modes where you, I don't think there's any delay when you die to respawn. I think you respawn instantly. So.
Oh wow. Okay. TTK is always like really fast in these games, eh?
Oh yeah, in multiplayer it's like instantaneous.
As somebody who worked on Halo, right? Like Halo is a much slower time to kill than COD.
Yeah.
So, if you were going to work on, do you think if you could, like if you know, we talked about your backup, if not that you need it, but if you were, do you think you'd go work on a game like Activision or like Call of Duty, or would you find something different?
That's actually a good question. I'd probably stick with Call of Duty, or maybe just like it would definitely be some sort of like first-person shooter.
Right.
I'd probably try to start with like Call of Duty, something that I'm like really familiar with. But if I have to branch out to like some sort of other like battle royale or FPS game, I'm sure I could do that as well.
Got it.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Do you have a second kind of like non-FPS game that you enjoy? Like maybe you like go home and like play some like Solitaire, maybe some Minesweeper.
Counter UAV overhead.
Let's see. I haven't actually lately. I've been getting into Fall Guys a bit.
Oh snap! That's actually a pretty hard game though.
It is, dude. I literally. It took me, I think, like 50 games before I got my first win.
That game is not easy.
And like usually I'm like really good at just like video games in general.
Right,
like,
right.
Not to toot my own horn, but that game actually, that game's hard.
It is. It is like genuinely hard. I like the humbleness there a little bit, but you know, it's funny because it when I first watched it, and I was at an EVGA overclocking competition, and we were LN2 overclocking a 12900 KS, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so, but I remember seeing it, I was like, dude, this game looks so easy. And then they handed me the controller, and I did terrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is like legit hard, right? Because it's like, it does, I mean, there's actually very precise movements, but the camera in some ways makes it hard to make those jumps, etc., right? So there's a little bit of fighting the game. Oh, nice.
Right.
That was a good kill. I like how he just kind of took a little while to fall down.
Yeah. Well, I also played on mouse and keyboard, which it's definitely easier on a controller, but I'm just like too lazy to like find a controller to play it in. So I make it even harder on myself.
You're like, I'm making it a real challenge. I'm like a real fall. Yeah. I'm a real player.
Yeah.
Capture the hard point.
Have you ever, like, because I mean, the thing is a lot of like professional COD, right? Because of the sponsorship stuff, a lot of that is on controller, right? So have you ever tried controller stuff for playing the game, or are you like die-hard keyboard and mouse?
Hold on, accidentally alt-tabbed.
Uh-oh.
There we go. No, I actually started on controller back in like 2011 when I first started streaming like MW3. I was playing on the Xbox 360, so I started on controller. I was really good at it at one point, but then eventually when I went to college and I had to kind of like quit competitive gaming, I just picked up. I got a PC and I just started playing PC games casually. So I got really acquainted with like the mouse and keyboard, and
You're like, just didn't look back.
yeah, ever since then I just been on mouse and key. I tried like playing on controller last year for a bit to see if I like still had it, but it wasn't there.
I think it'd be hard to go back and do something like that, especially once you're kind of like at a level that you're at, right? You know what I mean? To go back and then be like, okay, now I'm going to go do keyboard and controller again.
Yeah, for me too though, like having used both at one point, I do feel like playing on a mouse and keyboard is more rewarding. Because like obviously I have nothing against aim assist in general. Like it's definitely necessary for games like Call of Duty and Halo and whatnot.
Right.
I just have an issue with how strong it is sometimes. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, being on a mouse, it's more rewarding in my opinion because it's literally all with your own hand movements. You know, there's no there's no artificial aim.
Yeah, aim assist. Yeah. I understand, right? It's like it's 1-to-1 in terms of precision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now, when you guys compete, and I don't know a ton about I just don't know a ton about competitive COD, right? Is there crossplay? Like, do you guys compete against keyboard and mouse players or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for Warzone, for like Warzone competitions and tournaments, it is cross-platform and like multiple inputs. Like controller players play against mouse and key. But if you're talking about like competitive Call of Duty multiplayer, like the Call of Duty League and like those huge things, I think everyone has to be on controller for that.
Got it.
So.
Okay. But those are the ones you just have a tendency not to even play in.
What was that?
You don't really play in those that force you to do keyboard controller.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all multiplayer. So like those tournaments are like search and destroy, capture the flag, and hardpoint. And yeah, I'm not as good as the pros in that. I'm mainly just Warzone BR now. So.
Speaking of competitive gameplay, I also feel like I've heard that you and I actually share like a hobby, and that's golf.
Golf.
Do you golf?
I dabble in it. I started getting into it recently, largely in part due to my girlfriend, who's way better than me at golf.
Okay.
But yeah, I've only played it I think like 7 or 8 times so far in my life. But it's super fun. Even though I'm like bad at it, it's just a nice like outdoor activity to do, and you know, it's something that eventually I want to get better at. I want to take lessons and
actually do it
more. Yeah.
Manicured nature. That's what I always call it. Like it's all about enjoying manicured nature. Has she taken you to Topgolf yet?
Yeah, I've done Topgolf tons of times. That's really fun. But now that I've played like a real golf more, it's way more rewarding whenever you get like a solid hit.
It's so funny. Like I'm hearing. So I've got. I always get guidance in my ear sometimes, and they're like, oh, so I see how it is. Topgolf's not real golf, and I'm like, no, Topgolf's awesome. Topgolf is like taking bowling and golf and putting them together, and it's a great way to learn to play golf. But the thing is that like there is that experience, that first experience when you actually go out and play on a real course, because there's a whole lot more to it. It's funny because like people go play Topgolf, and there's a lot of really great games on Topgolf, like Top Chip and stuff like that. That'll help you get better. But the game of golf is way more complicated than playing what you play in Topgolf. You know what I mean? But I still think Topgolf's a lot of fun, and their food's really good too.
It is, yeah. No, they have good food. So are you like a pro golfer?
So I used to play competitively in high school. So I was like, I played in high school. I played in college. I shot pretty well, but my son is getting into it. So we are now taking lessons together. And so because he wants to go do, and you know, that's the thing is like some of the coolest places on the planet are actually really rad golf courses. Like if you play at like Pebble Beach or even some of the really great courses here in Orange County, there's some really, really great experiences. And so to get to go do something like that with my son would be really, really cool. But yeah, no, I have a tendency to try and play pretty seriously when I get a chance, but I'm relearning my swing right now. And I've challenged the production team here to play, and we were supposed to do a playoff at Twitch, at TwitchCon, but they all were too scared and decided not to come play against me. So.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Twitch Golf Classic thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in that. My girlfriend and I, P90 Princess, were invited to that. It was super fun.
Yeah, no, I didn't get to go do anything like that, but we challenged the production team here to go to Topgolf and see who did better, and then they
wussied out?
They wussed out,
Wow.
yeah. I'm just saying.
So I think I just learned this term the other day. What's your handicap?
I don't have one anymore because I haven't. You have to go play a lot to go get a handicap again.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have one yet?
No. If I did though, it'd probably be like 50 or plus 50 or whatever.
I like how Intel's in chat like whoa. But you know, I will just remember that. when we played Topgolf last time, it was all of them against me.
Yeah.
And then I did end up losing, but it was close. It was really close in terms of the score, like all of them together. They had a sleeper though. They had a sleeper guy who was actually like a heck of a driver.
Okay.
How's it seems like you're still getting through your settings and stuff like that, huh?
No, I'm just about done. I actually, so I always play on the max field of view.
Okay.
And literally this whole time until like a minute ago, I was on 80 FOV, which is like way zoomed in.
And you were like, why?
I was like, why does this game feel like so zoomed in? And I was like, wait a minute.
Because it is zoomed in.
Yeah. I need to update my prone keybinds too.
I like this. I mean, it's interesting to watch somebody as they get used to a game, right? Like especially somebody who's so used to how a certain one feels, to see it kind of like get recalibrated, get it refigured out. You know what I mean? Get it dialed in. That's also going to be something important because when you go and play, I'm assuming when Warzone 2 comes out, like this will help you because it's built on the same engine at that point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So like this is all like practice to like get the movement down and the gunplay and all of that.
And did they add like a bunch of new mechanics in Modern Warfare 2 that you think are going to change the gameplay in Warzone 2 pretty drastically, or no?
I think mainly the movement. Like the movement's going to be drastically different.
Okay.
In the first Warzone and like Modern Warfare 2019, there was the slide canceling. And so that'll be a huge difference. And then I also heard that when people were playing it yesterday on release, that they took out bunny hopping as well. Yeah, like I'm trying to bunny hop now, and like the second jump is like super less impactful. So with them taking out those two things, it's gonna be vastly different.
Quite a bit different.
Yeah, I wonder if drop shotting will be good again. I love drop shotting. Was my thing back in the day.
That was like your favorite thing to kind of pull off?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's so the last you said the last campaign you played was a while ago.
Yeah.
Not really a campaign guy?
No, but I mean, if I'm okay to play the campaign today, I might play a couple maps of that.
It might be worth us, getting a little bit of a look. I mean, the story is so good. It's like I guess it depends on what you're into when you think about stories. Do you read any books or watch any movies or watch TV? Are you pretty much only playing golf, hanging out with your girlfriend?
Golf and Call of Duty. No.
And Call of Duty.
I used to read a lot more when I was younger, but I'll watch movies here and there.
What's your favorite kind of movie? What's like your go-to besides Eat, Pray, Love?
I mean, my favorite like movie series of all time is probably Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Oh, it's funny. I just got finished watching that again. That's such a good series.
Yeah, and I'm also I've only watched the first episode of the new Lord of the Rings TV series, but I think it's great so far. I mean, I think for those types of movies and stuff, the lore is definitely important. So that's kind of the same thing with like campaigns. A lot of people love the lore of the campaigns.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the thing is like it feels like it. I mean, I know a lot of people really enjoyed the campaign from Modern Warfare, right? And so it's like I ended up playing probably like 3 missions of the campaign, and then I was like, I had never finished Modern Warfare 1, and I was like, crud, now I need to go back. So tonight my goal is, because I have a little bit of downtime, to go play some of the original campaign so then I can go back and play the new one.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like it's just, they're just over the top big stories, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, agreed.
People are like, your Lord of the Ring choice is like winning you a lot of love in the chat. They're like, I love you even more now that you like Lord of the Rings.
It's so good, especially for like the time too. Like when did they come out? Like the first one came out like early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
It's insane like how well it was filmed and produced and the like special effects given the time period.
It's still, and it's funny because we just watched it. Like I said, we just went back and watched them again, and it's amazing how well they still stand up today. You know what I mean? They still look incredible even today.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my kids watch it too.
You're like, yeah,
this is one of the greatest movies ever made. You're gonna watch it.
Is your name John?
I like that. You're like, it's already like set. You're like, first thing, as soon as it comes out of the womb, it's like, today we are gonna watch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And you will be cultured immediately. I like it. I like that you've already got those goals and those are set.
Absolutely.
So do you have any movies that you're looking forward to that are coming out soon, or?
Yep. Movies I'm excited for coming out soon.
Like, do you watch any of the Marvel ones, or are you just pretty much a fantasy fan? It sounds like you're going to watch a little bit of you're going to watch some of the Amazon show, but any other entertainment you're looking forward to?
I'm a pretty big Marvel fan. I haven't really watched a lot of the
more
like
recent
the side
ones?
Marvel movies. Like I watch all of the main Avengers ones, but I still want to watch like all of the Doctor Strange ones, and I got to go back and watch like the Thor movies. I haven't even seen those, or I don't even know if I've seen like the original Iron Mans, like Iron Man 1, 2, 3.
Wow, really?
Yeah, those are on the list too at some point. And then big Game of Thrones fan. I watched all of that, and I think the first season of the new Game of Thrones TV show, the House of Dragon, just
got it.
up. And I haven't watched any of it, so I'm excited about that because now I can like binge watch it.
You can go binge it?
It's all out.
Are you like a binger? Like you'd rather like not have to wait to watch the thing? You'd rather just be able to sit down and just get through it all?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't mind waiting, but if you have the opportunity to just sit down and just watch like 5 episodes back to back, I'm totally about that.
How much do you have to travel with your with what you do now? Is travel starting to become a big thing for you guys again, or?
Lately, it has. I think this might be my 6th separate trip to LA, the LA area, in the past like 45 days.
Oh wow, okay.
For business stuff. Usually it's not that hectic though. Usually it'll be like, I don't know, maybe once every couple months I'll have to fly out somewhere. But I don't mind it. It's it's a nice little like mini break from streaming. Even if I'm like technically doing some sort of business, it's still usually just like a nice little break.
Now I saw, and I know you can't talk about it yet, but I saw on your Twitter you were near a Sikorsky Blackhawk.
Ah, yes. I can't talk about what that was for, but
I actually think it's at the. So was it near here where you shot that? I'm just curious because there's a Sikorsky Blackhawk at the Orange County Airport right now. When we were coming in there, so there's literally. So I was my father's Air Force. I know a lot about military.
Okay.
And so there was a Sikorsky Blackhawk on the tarmac at the airport, and then I saw your tweets, and you were like, I can't talk about it, but I was like, I just want to know, can you see did you film it near here, or can you even say that?
It was a little more north of here.
Okay.
I don't think I can give specifics, but it was in the
vicinity.
General LA.
I actually think that helicopter is actually at Orange County.
It might be the same one.
It might be the same, because it looked at it and I was like, it's random for a Sikorsky helicopter to be at a civilian airport, and then only when you do stuff like that you end up seeing something like that. So, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience and opportunity.
You're excited to see more about it when you can actually talk more about it.
Yeah,
later on.
I'm super excited for it to be released. So.
That's going to be cool. I just saw that, and that's actually pretty rad. So that was one of the things you got to do not that long ago, was something that we'll find out about in the future.
Yeah. How's the PC build going?
It's going well. I'm literally working on I just got your AIO in, and what I'm working on right now is just getting your cabling kind of squared away. Okay. We want to make the back look as close to as good as the front as we potentially can. I don't know where you are in the cable management perspective, but we try very hard to make it look nice.
Oh, that's important.
One thing I need to make sure, though, is that this cable will actually reach. Sometimes it does not. It's this one short cable from NZXT, and I know NZXT, if you're watching, please make your USB cables longer. They know I love them, Andy and the team there, but it's like this one cable that I can never make it look as nice because it's just a little bit too short, but long enough for us to hook it up. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get our other cables in here real quick. This is all your fan stuff.
About a clutch 2v3. Let's get it. We'll see.
How much do you have to how important is when you're doing when you're practicing like this? How important is it for you to be able to talk to your teammates? Or you stay pretty quiet?
I'm not even bothering talking to my teammates for this right now, but oh no.
Do you find most of them?
Comms are super important when you're actually competing in a tourney.
But when you're playing just with people, or do you find most of them to be chuckleheads?
Yeah, it's very hit or miss, like the teammates you get. Some of them will literally just be trolling, other ones actually will like care and try to like communicate with them.
Do you have a preference? Like, would you prefer to have like a good teammate, or like, you know, do you like when you're just practicing? I mean, like when you're just playing like this, you're really indifferent.
Nah, no preference for this. This is more just casual, like having fun, relaxed.
By the way, for folks who don't know, so he is I have introduced him to a very good snack that he got introduced to, and I'd love to know from chat if anybody's actually had these. So he is checking out Hello Pandas. It's one of my favorite little snacks, and he got introduced to it, so he's actually getting to enjoy them. We gave him a pack of them, and he thinks they're actually pretty tasty.
They are. These are fire. Hello Panda. Would recommend.
Would recommend.
Hashtag now and ad.
Hashtag use code Robeytech at checkout for 40% off. It's always fun stuff for those kind of things. What are some exciting things that coming up in your stream? I know you've got launch coming up for Warzone, obviously too, but you got some other big things that people can look forward to if they're seeing you for the first time and like, man, this guy's pretty interesting. I'd love to watch him. What are some cool things they might see coming up here in the future?
Mainly Warzone 2. Like I said, I've been playing Warzone ever since it released back in March of 2020, so that's like my primary game. But I'm really excited for Warzone 2, especially because Warzone 1's been kind of stale the last 6 months. So I'm excited for that. There's going to be a whole lot of tournaments that are going to be happening on probably in the first couple months of Warzone 2, and I'll be competing in all of them. I'm definitely a competitor at heart. Even though I've been classified as like a content creator the last 3 years, I still love competing. So
we'll get to see some competitive, aggressive gameplay from you, Huskerrs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rumor is Genshin Impact too, right? Like another big passion of yours.
No, I just played it for a Twitch bounty one day. It was fun though. It was like my first time playing any sort of like anime style game.
Captcha, yeah. It was like, what do they call it? Gotcha?
Oh.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was fun though. It was definitely fun.
So you're gonna probably end up adding that to your rotation a couple days a week.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I can't really play anything other than Warzone on stream because the audience I have really
pretty
only
hardcore
watches
into it
me for Warzone, unfortunately. So the second I switch to any other game, I lose half my viewers. So.
Like, well, if you're not going to play War, and then it's always the content creator fear, right? Like, well, then they'll go find somebody else to go watch.
Yeah.
And then they won't come back, and then you'll cry.
Yeah, it's all right though. I've accepted it.
So, do you have other games? So we talked a little bit about this. Do you have other games that you don't play on stream? Like we got God of War coming out here pretty soon. There's some other pretty fire games coming out in the near future. Do you have other games that you like to play that you play on your own?
Not too much, no. I've just played Fall Guys a little bit here and there, sometimes on stream, sometimes off, but nah, I mean Warzone's very mentally draining for me. You would know if you played Warzone 8 hours every single day, it'd be easier to understand, but it gets very draining at times. So like I'll stream for the day, and then when I get off, I'm like, I don't want to touch a video game until I have to.
Until you have to again.
Yeah.
It's when it's time to play Warzone again. No, I can understand that. It's funny. We had a gentleman. I've actually talked about him a little bit on the show. He's the cello player from Juilliard.
Oh yeah.
But for Intel, for the Intel game relay, he had to play like a ton of StarCraft.
Oh.
And it's funny. We were he's on one of these Intel spotlights. And so, I was like, oh, wow, that guy actually knows what he's doing when he plays. And I found out he was actually here. I was like, wow, he actually knows how to play StarCraft. But when he got done, he was like, I don't want to play StarCraft again for a really long time because he had to play it so much, so often. Just kind of a funny story. But yeah, no, it's like not only is it mentally draining, but you also still are having to, keep people engaged in some regard. cards, right? So it's like it's not as straightforward as people think. And sometimes everybody thinks, oh, being a streamer is easy. But then it's like, well, then go do it, because it's like, and then you come to find out, no, it's not as easy as you think.
Nah, man, you gotta deal with all the trolls and the negativity. I was just talking about this with someone the other day. Like, the internet is just so hateful. Like, and the people that are the most toxic are like the loudest ones usually. So
Yeah, it's always tough.
it's just something you gotta deal with.
Setting device on Alpha.
Can't all. I wish it wasn't always that way, but yeah.
Can't please everybody.
And I bet you your favorite are like the people who like know how to play better than you.
Yeah, they're like, I could be better than this guy. It's like, all right,
It's like, then go do it.
See it.
It's always fun. Going pretty well so far.
Yeah, I actually got a solid team this game.
Ready up for the next
Okay, well that's always a bonus, right?
I haven't even been able to run into many people. My teammates keep killing them all like instantly.
You're like, come on, save some glory for me, guys.
I know.
I'm here entertaining people, and they're leaving because there's nobody to kill.
switch inside. Search
There we
and
go.
destroy.
Okay, we got most of your AIO now kind of controlled.
Check security on
Is
the
good. We're gonna replace a couple of your fans now,
friendly UAV on
and then we can move on from there. I have like the world's longest zip ties. Okay. Yeah, it's progressing very nicely here.
Awesome.
Replace our 2 fans here, just to give you all the RGB. But yeah, your case is in, your AIO is mounted. Looks nice. I actually have a whole lot more to do outside of putting in your GPU. But let's make your let's give you some solid RGB fans. That's always a good thing. RGB makes everything better.
We love RGB.
Then we'll get this out. So you wanna jump in and play a little? Let's jump in and play a little little campaign after this one, just to
Yeah.
give people a little, maybe do a mission, then we can do a little thing, go back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, I'm down. I am down.
Yeah, the audience is chat, guys. When we talk about that, you guys, some of you guys are like backseat codders. You should have whatever, you know what I mean? Is always like the thing. You should have played better, sir. So do you have any cons or anything that you're going to go to? Like I know you did TwitchCon. Are there any other things that you have coming up that they've already started talking about next year, like E3 or anything like that you'd like to attend?
Let's see. I don't think so. I know. So I've never been to a PAX yet.
Okay.
So maybe depending on like what or who else is going to be there, I might make it out to one of those. And then for TwitchCon EU, I actually have a Europe trip planned.
Oh wow.
In the middle of next year.
Okay.
And the timing hopefully will work out where like TwitchCon EU will be during my trip, but it might not. So it just depends.
Where are you going in Europe?
We're going all over. So my girlfriend and we're definitely going to Paris because we're going to see Hans Zimmer perform. If you're familiar with the composer. Are you?
Oh yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's seen him already, I think, like 2 or 3 times, and she's always said it's
infatuated.
amazing.
All saber, defend the objective.
So yeah, we're going to Paris to watch him perform on his tour, and then we haven't really decided yet, but we're definitely gonna take a train or fly to a few other countries and just explore and have fun. Maybe like Switzerland or maybe Germany.
Nice.
Stuff like that.
That should be a lot of fun. Have you been to Europe before?
Only a few times. I've been to. I've been to Berlin, Germany, Jönköping, Sweden, and Warsaw, Poland, all one time. But they were actually for these
competition.
They were for these big tournaments, these LAN tournaments that I played in, and so I was there for like 3 days approximately for each one. But I never got a chance to like explore it. Since I was busy competing. So, this will be the first European trip where I can actually, have fun and explore and actually vacation.
So when do you guys have an idea of when you're going to go yet or no?
I think we're planning like end of June.
Okay.
Oh, well, I think sometime around end of June. We haven't decided on the exact timing yet.
And then your girlfriend is also a streamer, it sounds like, as well.
Yep. Yeah. Her handle is P90 Princess. She's been playing a lot of Call of Duty and Warzone lately as well, but she's more of a variety streamer. So she'll play some Fall Guys. Another game she's been playing a lot lately is Planet Coaster. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
The roller coaster game?
Not exactly, but have you ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon or any of the like Tycoon games?
Yes, I've played them briefly. Like I'm not by any way an expert in them, but yes, I know of them. How about let's just say that. Let's put it there instead.
Yeah. So Planet Coaster is basically like the updated new like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Where you can essentially like build your own theme parks. So she's been working on this massive theme park, this Halloween themed theme park for the last 2 or 3 months now, and she's put like 160 stream hours into it already.
Wow.
And she's hoping to have it done by Halloween. She wants to like present it on Halloween, like open it up. So. I'm excited for her for that because I know she's been working super hard. But she's gonna be grinding Warzone 2 as well when it drops. I think we're both really excited for it. We hope it brings a lot of people back to Warzone and back to Call of Duty in general. So,
which that's important for. Obviously that's important for you guys, but also just because that means very strong, happy community. More developer updates, all that sort of stuff. So it's always a good thing when a game is actively supported like that, yeah?
Yeah. All right, I'm about to start the campaign. I think, if I recall correctly from my friends, I think the game might have crashed. I heard the difficulty is pretty insane. Like some people were playing on like regular difficulty and they were like dying like left and right, so...
I would say, it's definitely one of those things that the comparative, like some of the more tunnelistic experiences that you've seen in older COD campaigns. This one is a little bit more thinking, man, in terms of it. So it's not as straightforward in terms of the objectives, and I think I actually like that better because it doesn't feel like it's as hand-holdy, but that does ramp up the difficulty. But it's actually pretty and I think you'll get this like right when you get to like the second mission. But yeah, no, if I were you, just to enjoy the story, I think playing on regular would be fine. But I know that there's some pride.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, I'm going to play on hardened.
Veteran is definitely out of the question, and recruit as well.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to make it too easy. So yeah, I think you're right. I think we'll do regular just because it's a little more chill day. I'm not at like my home setup. I'm not going to be like trying super hard. So
you also have this like annoying tech guy who's talking to you the entire time.
No, this is great. I love
it. He's like, maybe get good, scrubs. Okay, that's it's funny. One I remember. It's guys, we're trying to have you look and enjoy the experience as well, right? And if you don't see any of the game because it's too hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, switching back and forth, but I love the story. I don't know. I just love the actors that they got for Soap and those guys, and these are they're like the James Bond, like over the top, Mission Impossible James Bond type stories. Completely unrealistic in terms of how real military ops work, but still pretty fun.
So very entertaining.
Yes, exactly. Big explosions and all that sort of stuff, and over the top characters, which is all we really want.
Yeah. I think I need to let the shaders install real quick for a second. Might grab a water.
Well, guys, why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick 8-minute break? We'll take a quick 8-minute break, and then we'll just come back and do some more building.
When you're doing the same thing over and over and over, you can't sit around and wait for a spark. But you got to find things that are going to make you constantly inspired and have that passion. You also got to be responsible for your own creative vision, and you have to create that spark yourself. It's such a fun challenge to try to get that vision, what's in your head, onto the final projects. My name is Ron Lee Christensen, Blue Horse Studios. I'm a custom graphics shop here in Vancouver, Washington. Been working with the PC industry and gaming industry for the past 15 years. Excited to be a part of everything that happens within the industry. I got started in PC modding about 15 years ago. I was looking to upgrade my own personal PC because I needed something powerful enough to run like Photoshop and some of my graphics programs. At the time, I didn't really know anything about PCs, how they were built, and I didn't really know anything about what I was doing. And I think I fried my first PC while I was building it, so it kind of forced me to go out and learn. A little spark went off. I'm like, well, I can customize this PC. I can actually paint this. So we're gonna start working on these little inlays, but we wanna really give this a really cool metallic finish. So we're gonna use a little bit of this graphite powder here. And what that's gonna do is kind of give us like a metal surface look. And then once we're done with that, we're gonna take a little bit of gold paint and kind of just go over the top of that, just to give that embossed kind of relief look. So we got about 40 of these that we need to make, and once we're done, it's gonna look exactly like this one. Being a painter and sculptor, I was looking for another way to express myself. I just got tired of working on a 2D surface and incorporating the love for PCs and now artwork and kind of putting those two together. I thought would be like a really cool idea and a fun venture for me to express myself. And then I'm like, what if I document this and just put it like on YouTube? Show all my mistakes and all my successes and just capture everything. And I started my first PC mod, which was a scratch build. And then slowly I started to get sponsorships. The first was MMBC Tech and then Thermaltake and Cooler Master and then NVIDIA and Intel, of course. All right, here at the shop, we do work on a lot of projects that are on strict NDA, and we can't really reveal the full build to you guys until those NDAs are released. But I got a couple projects behind me that I've completed, and they're still in our shop that I'd love to share with you guys. First is our Alien build, all Aliens theme. I'm a huge Aliens fan, if you guys don't know. This was on CPU Magazine cover, I believe, in 2016. And then the other one behind me here is the Half-Life Black Mesa. This one I won my first mod contest on at PDX LAN. All this sculpture and stuff is all handcrafted. These are two of my first builds that are still in the shop and that I'll probably never part with. When I started my first project, I never thought it would come all the way around to where it is now. And it's been such an exciting journey. So these files here, we just 3D printed them on our SLA printer. We got several of them here that we need to get painted up. Great thing about SLA printers is that they do print quite a bit quicker than the FDM printers, and the detail is a lot better as well. You don't really get those layer lines. All right, we're gonna start working on a little bit more on the base here. I got a lot of rocks and kind of cobblestone that I still need to create on this base. But I really like styrofoam because it has all this great little detail, and you just roll it right on top of the clay. And it gives you all those porous kind of indents that stone naturally has. And voila, we got a little stone path going. I love working with studios that allow you the creative freedom and trust you to just do what you do. They're hiring you for a reason and trust that your creative process. I love to be able to have that creative freedom. The Intel projects that we've been doing on a regular basis, the Fall Guys was a really fun project for Intel. And we teamed up with Tristan Eaton to create these awesome Marvel projects and a couple other ones that are going to be coming up as well. Like those relationships for me and projects like that is definitely why we do it. This is my wife Debbie. She helps me a lot here at the studio. She's my Pepper Potts. So anything that I need that's on a tight deadline, like a mock-up created, she helps me with. She does all the heavy lifting for the shop.
We met in Computex at Taipei, actually. I'm there for work, and he did an airbrush demo.
Yep. Yeah.
And got picked up from the audience, try to do some airbrush. We switched contacts and start talking.
Traveled back and forth to Indonesia to see her for 4 years and finally realized this is the one for me and proposed to her in Thailand and got married in Indonesia.
And then now I'm here.
Yeah, 6 years later.
Just right before COVID.
Things that my wife and I love to do is just to get to the outdoors, take the dog to the park and take it on a hiking trail. You're working in a busy schedule. It's really important to keep a healthy frame of mind. And my wife and I both love to travel. We love, exploring the world and seeing things. And as being an artist, one of my great inspirations that I get is from being in nature and traveling and experiencing different cultures and different ways of how people live and trying new foods and experiences. Constantly getting inspiration and passion from other things. These last 2 years with the restrictions of COVID, it's been really hard to actually travel or really do anything. So we haven't been able to go to any shows because the shows have been pretty much all canceled. But now that they're starting to come back, really getting excited to be able to take projects back to shows. The best part about the PC mods is not the projects themselves, it's the actual community. Working with the other guys and girls in the community, working with the vendors, hearing like their creative ideas for projects that they're thinking about. When I'm working with other creative people like that, just really get my juices going. And to be able to take those projects that you've worked on for a few months or a few weeks or whatever, and sharing them with the community or sharing them at an event, when you don't have those connections, or that's half the fun of doing these projects. We put our heart and soul into the builds. There's no words to describe that feeling when you see somebody so happy about something that you created for them. I don't know, I get a little teary right now thinking about it because that's why we do this, that's why I do it, is because I just love to see the happiness and joy in the people's eyes that we create these projects for. I'm just really, truly honored to be part of this whole process.
What is up, guys? We are on the downhill trend or downhill. I don't know, downhill something. Something's happening, but it's like the build's getting close to done. We're at the final, home stretch. Thank you very much. I'm on the home stretch here for the build, and we are about to check out some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign, which it's a little nod to Robey, right? Like Robey likes the campaign, and I really appreciate Huskerrs giving me the opportunity to show it off a little. And it is there are a lot of people who play Call of Duty for the campaign. He's going to be playing on Rookie.
No, regular.
No, what did you end up going? Just regular?
Yeah, regular.
Yeah, just to kind of get the story.
Yeah.
I got to tease a little. No.
Watch your 1 to
I love their characters. They've done such a good job.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, you're going to want to tune in when launch happens because Huskerrs was telling me he's going to be cosplaying as
what?
Ghost the entire time.
No.
He's like, no, I'm not.
I think I actually
looks so good.
I think I got to meet one of the actors.
Oh, really?
I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it was Ghost or what.
Did he look just like he looks in the game?
He looked pretty similar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm guessing they have to do that because it makes it a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
This game looks so good, though. The campaign looks so good. They did a good job.
Press question mark? What? Okay, I think I messed up my keybinds. It said press, and then it had 3 question marks to zoom in.
Oh, because you may not be bound?
Yeah.
Like, dang it, you took the bind away.
Let's see.
Okay, there we go. Takes care of our fans. I got you all the RGB now.
Love that.
Okay. He's got to find the binding for it.
Yeah. Please hold.
I'm hunting for the binding, guys.
Change zoom. I think this is it.
Okay. So we have that in. Let's see how this. Let's just take a look at how the build looks right now. Ooh, get that a little bit cleaner there.
Oh,
I should be able to hide that with the.
hardware. All Russian.
Hide that with the.
Doing with Gorbrani.
Okay.
Supplying Iran.
I think we can actually go ahead and put in our EPS cables. And then we can put in our GPU.
We need positive ID
Okay,
on Gorbrani.
those are around here. These are your cable extensions, which is always about making it look nice.
Armed escorts around one VIP. Russians are very happy to see him.
What am I looking for?
Time they do.
Oh, they're there. Are those on? Oh, they're there. Okay, got some cable extensions now. You're still looking for zoom? Oh, you found it.
Visual on General
Yep.
Brani.
Mark the general.
Copy. All stations target confirmed.
Shadow 1, you were cleared hot for launch. Roger that, actual. Ghost, you are danger close to the zone.
Okay, so I just want you to know,
Copy approved.
it took me like 10 times, or like way more times than it should have to actually hit this.
Missile is ready for immediate delivery.
Stand by for launch. Coordinates in. Target designated.
Which is actually like pretty depressing.
Missile in blue.
So this will tell you if you're way better than me. No pressure.
Oh, shoot.
Bearing northeast 065 degrees at Mach 3, altitude 500 meters.
I'm watching.
Reminds me of Top Gun when he's like.
Oh, I know,
through
flying the F-18 through the cavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. Apparently, there's
Coming
yeah.
in hot. Race for impact. Time to target 5 seconds. Termination.
He's gonna do it first time. Dang it. Yeah,
Oh,
it took
that
me-
took you 10 times?
because I kept going before, like landing right before the chopper. Like I thought, oh, as long as I hit the X, I'd like. But the thing is, look at the size of that explosion. Like if you were off by like a car length, he would have died anyway.
Yeah.
You didn't need to go all the way. I was like, come on, game, you're being a little too punishing. I'm gonna see what we got here.
That's
for
nice. It's like I'm watching a movie and playing.
I know it looks so good, right?
Yeah.
General Shepard.
Well, I know that look.
Try and see if we got any
Are we at war?
cable
You would be the first to know,
combs.
sir.
Damn right I would.
Guess we do not.
We have a
Do
hit
do
on the
do.
Romney
We just gotta make the
second
cables
command.
look good.
Hassan Zayani. Quds
Here we go.
Force Major.
He's taken up the mantle for Iran.
Supplying terrorists.
Yeah, this does like, and that guy, I forgot what movie. Wasn't he
He's
from?
dangerous, sir.
I think
wants
he was
retaliation for the
in.
Quran strike. He's
I
planning
was just
for
gonna say, isn't that like a real actor?
Yeah, these are all real actors. And he was in a movie. He was in a TV show that was like kind of like this, and I can't remember the name of the show now.
He's
No,
on the
I think
ground
I've
all
seen
night.
it because he looks extremely
He does.
familiar.
He looks really familiar. Okay, chat. What show is he from?
Chat definitely knows. I
Yeah,
can't
chat.
see
You guys
but-
know. This is where chat becomes super helpful. Like I love. Like, okay, chat. Where is he from? 24. Okay, he's in 24.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I used to watch that with my parents all the time.
That was a great show.
It was.
For Sutherland.
Wheels up and
This does look like a movie, doesn't it?
It does. This is, and I'm only on 1080p. I can't imagine how amazing
4K?
this is in like 1440p or 4K.
Oh yeah, dude. It looks so good. So good. Oh, we actually, I think, we have two. Okay, I'll go with this. I'll do black. That'll actually look better. Got a couple options here for cable
Airstrikes
combs
hitting
here.
enemy positions bordering Al Mazrah. Intel confirms a concentration of AQ fighters converging in the valley. We believe they're protecting something. Surveillance indicates soldiers guarding 3 structures.
I'll have to go green.
Major
Okay.
Hassan may be holed up inside.
Putting our cable comb on.
Ghost and Soap will lead a Marine
Trying not to
special
talk too much
operations
because people are
unit to
actually
kill
learning
Hassan
story right now.
tonight. One helo will insert 2 teams at separate offset points bordering the target area. Bravo team will sweep and clear buildings 1 and 2. Alpha team takes building 3. All shooters have execute authority, but we want Hassan alive for interrogation. Be advised,
How many people, I'm just curious to chat, how many from chat have actually played some of the campaign already or finished the campaign?
Good hunting.
Actor's name is Glenn Morshower. Okay.
Okay.
Both teams meet in the middle.
He's finished it? Okay, yeah, so some people have it.
This is capture order.
So we have a number of people who finished it last week. Finished it the night they came out. It's like how many missions? It's like 13 or something like that. It's like pretty long.
Oh, I bet it's a lot.
You think now that you're playing it, you're like, actually, I might go finish this story.
Yeah. No, actually. I was like, dang, I should have played this.
It's like a nice detachment, you know, like a nice little, you know, way to kind of get into the world.
Yeah.
Night vision mode.
Bracketed, we're getting lit. Incoming. Flares, flares.
Okay, there we go. Man, this build is going to be super clean.
There's a wound going down. We're going down.
Alpha, what's your status? Alpha, how copy?
Bravo. Alpha is immobile. Multiple.
Okay, got your first cable in.
We're taking effective fire.
Alpha, we're moving to building 1. Hold tight. Ghost, we need to secure that crash
One
site.
more.
No.
First,
Okay, got some on. That's cool.
That takes the heel.
Yay, Paul to the rescue with the good long cable combs.
So,
Roger
stay
that.
with us. Let's move.
Did you already clear the first? Are you going to the first house now?
We're going to first building. I kind of went ahead of my team, but
Oh, yep. They'll just shoot you.
What? Dude, I already failed?
Incoming. Flares, flares.
Oh my god.
It's a little bit like on the rails. You're like, oh no, you're gonna wait, or I'm gonna kill you.
There's a wound going down. We're going down.
If you don't follow orders, man, that's it. You're out.
I am the commander.
You're like, I don't think you guys realize who's in charge here, guys.
Alpha, how copy?
I don't think that death counts.
Alpha is immobile. Multiple critical. Shit. We're taking effective fire.
Alpha, we're moving to building 1. Tight.
Okay, let's get this up.
Incoming.
No one saw that.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, fair. I didn't see it. I was too busy building PCs.
All right. When we're messing around.
It's serious now. We got to save these guys.
Alpha, what's your status?
Okay. Cool, we got that clean
Copy.
and in place.
Multiple critical. Shit. We're taking effective fire.
Alpha, we're moving to building 1. Hold tight. Ghost, we need to secure that crash site. No.
Okay.
First
Cool,
we clear
that's
first
done.
site. That takes the
I just got to
heel
get
off
your...
Alpha. Then we secure the crash site. Clear? Roger that.
Okay, let's grab this one. One plug. Wait, did you get killed again?
Yeah. I might have been punching my teammates in the back.
You're like, this is harder than multiplayer. Clear. You gotta start doing voices like Zero Dark 30. Clear.
Clear.
Oh, nice. That was a great This is like when your actual skill pumps in. You're just like quickly popping people.
My God, there's like so much sway on the sniper scope.
Do you have to hold your breath in the multiplayer to have it steady?
You can. So my hold breath keybind is unbound right now, so I'm just balling it or whatever. This nade.
So, take the window.
I'm gonna take the window.
Sergeant, second structure now.
There we go.
So, take the window.
What does he mean? Take the window. Oh, this one. Oh my God.
7-1. Moving
Where the heck did that guy come from?
Down there.
Oh, a little MP5.
He's like in the foxhole. He was waiting for you. He's like, I got something for you, Huskerrs. Here's a little hug.
Oh, whoopsies.
Yeah, I did that too.
He jump scared me, bro. Oh, this is great. All right, what are the objectives? Clear buildings. All right. Oh, he said.
We have I have a
All right,
I have a person I play with pretty regularly. Well, I try to play with her, but now she's like, you know how you just shot that guy? That's what she does to me.
Yeah.
Her name's Blondie but Geeky, and she just shoots me all the time. She's gonna chime in here, and just in a second, she's gonna be like, Robey.
Jesus.
There she goes. What the heck ever? We call her Blondie Friendly Fire Geeky.
7-1 moving to second deck.
Might as well just fly through the door. Oh my god.
A little bit of a peel right here. Oh, okay, here we go. Put it over here. Here's a little. Here's the little AIO peel.
Enemy rockets down.
Oh, that screen is ready. That looks so good. This build is coming out so clean. Okay, now GPU time.
Roger. Time to hit the crash site.
You good, mate?
Yeah, play stopped it. These are fuckers that hit Alpha.
Aye. Now we can secure the crash site.
All Bravo, circle up outside.
Okay, here we go. GPU time.
AQ's working with some good gear.
Get this out of the way. We're not going to do GPU time, but I am going to make sure that I have the cable correct. So I'm going to open it so I can do the cable here.
So, we're moving to the crash site to help the wounded. Rest of you, hold here and cover us.
Oh, this is a 3 and a 6. Okay.
Building 2 secure, we're coming to you. Alpha copies all. Expect contact.
Maybe. Okay, let's see what we got here. Do we happen to have? We do. We are so lucky.
Damn good to see you guys. We got 5 KIA, 1 wounded. It's just my gun. I'm low on ammo. Help me move him.
Okay, so we're just going to make sure this is going to be like this.
Get your gun on that tree line.
Wait, did you say he's the only one that survived the...
Yeah, that's it. That's the only one of that whole group.
Wow.
It's your fault, too. Why'd you kill them all?
Me? Come on.
I saw you shooting your own dudes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Gate! Shooters at the wall! You told the LT.
Allegedly, I like it.
RPG! Fuck! Get your gun up.
Just working on your cable extensions just to make sure that it looks pretty when we put it in.
Watch the rear. Grenade out. Three down.
Yeah, now you gotta clear that area. So what did you, I know you're clearing this out right now, but did you have, like, did you do, like, any big, like, birthday thing on your birthday that was just, like, earlier this month? Did you end up having, like, a really big stream, or?
I did a little stream on my birthday.
7-6, call for
Wow,
fire.
what did I do?
Close air on that tree line. Raj,
I actually forgot. Oh,
Did Hans Zimmer play?
No, I wish. No, it was actually, well, the night after my birthday, I went to a concert local in Phoenix with the Midnight. I don't know if you've heard of them.
No.
They're like a smaller band that does.
Yeah, I don't see shit.
Ah, shoot. How do you describe the music? I forgot the word. It's like trance something music.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like you know it's electronic.
Yeah, like yeah. They were super good.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. We got that ready.
Getting a little hectic out here.
You're taking care of business, though, I can tell.
Only a few left.
Okay, let's get our PSU ready, and then we at the very end of this build.
You good, son? I'm low on ammo.
So we got all our connections now. Okay, last little thing to go in. Well, it's not even little. The last thing to go into the build here is our PSU. You know, you do need power.
All Bravo. Kilo 01 is inbound high. Close.
Well, they're like just shooting. Like you can see them just shotgunning the crud out of your out of that chopper.
Yeah.
Out of that Osprey. Oh, that's right, because you're dealing. Oh man, get out there because the Apache's like wrecking folks.
Oh yeah, that was super clutch.
That Apache is amazing. No, don't shoot the Apache.
Oh, you saw that?
What? He's all like, hey, thanks for the assist. He just shoots it.
I like to spice things up.
You like to spice to making him mad.
Aye. Let's go get this fucker.
Hey, just so you know, this PC also comes with a cute overnight bag. So there you go. You get a cute overnight bag with your PC, and there it is right there.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so you get this cute overnight bag. You can put like your toiletries in here, and then you're always ready at all point in time. So thank you very much, NZXT, for the cute overnight. This is actually what comes with their PSUs. I just think it's pretty awesome. I have like 5 of these purple bags, and I love them.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. And I want you to take Instagram photos of all the places you take it to in Europe. You're like, all right. Here's the NZXT bag in Switzerland.
That could take it with me, potentially.
Yeah, you could.
You think the sun's still here?
Heli crash gave them an opening. Let's see if they took it.
Nice, Blondie. She's still bent out of shape about my fact that she kills all of her people. That drone strike. I just love all the over-the-topness.
Yeah.
Hassan could be inside.
Oh, it was a CH-53. Oh, I thought it was an Osprey. Thank you.
Man down. HQ sniper on the roof. Get down. Sniper down.
Okay, here we go. So all I need one of these.
Oh, I just all tabbed again.
There we go. Oh, I don't think NZXT is. Oh, maybe I can talk to them about turning, instead of you getting an overnight bag, you get a fanny pack. Yeah, that could be a potential option.
Got another. Good shot. So, keep us covered.
There we go. Need that one. There we go. And one of these.
If Hassan's not here, what the hell is?
There we go, and I think this one is just, yeah, we don't need that.
Oh, oh my god. Yeah, I'll stay prone.
Taking all the snipers.
Yeah, I'm out of sniper ammo though.
Oh, you're out of sniper ammo? Well, stop shooting the Apache.
Dude, I shot it with 1 bullet.
That could have been all it needed. Dude, watch it just light it up.
Man, it's like the OG chopper gunner sound, I think.
Yeah, I know. It almost sounds like that of an A10.
Glorious sight.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
He's like, oh, there's still a tower left. Blondie, he's playing on recruit. No, I'm just kidding. He's playing on regular.
Heading into the first deck.
Hey, what do you mean? I'm on veteran.
He's on hardened. Oh, is veteran the hardest? Or is it hard? Yeah. Oh snap! That guy was just sitting there.
Check the bodies. We need positive ID on Hassan. Got your back.
Oh, Hassan's supposed to be in here?
Yeah, that's who you're looking for.
Anyone have eyes on Hassan? Push him first deck.
It's too bad you don't have like Find My iPhone for him. You know, like Find his like.
Heading up to the second deck. Pushing to second.
Just find his iPhone. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get this in here. Okay. Yeah, slap an AirTag on him, exactly. Don't worry, guys. We'll get back to the gaming in just a second. I know people are like wanting to see what's going on. The game's coming back, okay? What, you don't want to watch this riveting PSU installation? There we go. Just a little bit more here. Last screw. That's a last. Okay.
All right, I think I've secured this building.
It's like morning. After you get done with this, you're going to go get some Starbucks at the local.
Oh, yes. Thought I already cleaned this building, but maybe not.
Okay. Let's put this one in.
Got your back.
There we go, right there. Oopsie.
No.
One iced.
There we go.
Poke around. There we go.
Okay.
Found the
That one.
files.
Look, Hassan's uniform.
And now I don't have a whole lot left.
Crash site. Are you saying we shouldn't have helped? Choices have consequences.
Yeah, this.
Bravo, we got movement out here.
On the way.
Okay, now you gotta. Oh, did you just clear the house? Okay.
Circle up outside.
Still looking for Hassan.
Gone. Then what the hell are they?
Telling you, dude, he's at Starbucks.
Bloody good
Get his
question.
mocha latte.
I just went through the wall. Dude, I swear my...
Tavish, on me.
What? Who is just...
It's because you shot the Apache.
Who is shooting me right now?
But Tavish, we need you with us.
The heck? I swear I just got shot through a wall.
It's the Apache pilot.
Warehouse.
He's pissed.
He's pissed. He's like, what are you doing?
Something inside. Copy. Let's clear it.
Oh my god.
Attack.
Oh, that's a... Oh crap. That's a lot of people. Little Kobe up there. Goodbye.
He's like holding his neck. Thanks for that.
Armor cracked. The heck?
It's like I didn't need to bleed. I wanted to bleed my own blood anyway.
We clear?
All clear.
Search it. Let's find what they were hiding.
Al-Qatala's got some serious shit in here.
This warehouse wasn't on the intel.
Okay. Okay, last two
Check the container.
cables here.
What container?
Okay, there we go. And And boom.
Try the container, see if it's locked.
Oh.
What the fuck is this? It's all in English.
This is like the big reveal.
Screaming Jesus. Ballistic missiles.
It's the code for Modern Warfare 2 Warzone.
At least. How the hell did Iran get their hands on this? 7-6. Get us through to Laswell.
Roger, stand by. Bravo 7-6 Charlie to Watcher 1. How copy?
This is Watcher 1, send traffic.
Laswell, this is Ghost. We got something.
Tell me you found Hassan.
Ghost. Take a look at this.
Ghost, do you have Hassan?
Negative. We found a weapons cache. Hassan's got missiles. They're American.
07, this is Gold Eagle. Actual, repeat your last.
I'll say again. Hassan has American missiles.
All right, clear the room.
Oh wait, dude, watch what happens with this room here in a second.
Everybody out now.
I'm excited.
Like, I need to get this on my glass.
What?
Iran is in possession of American missiles.
American missiles and AQ.
Like, how did, like, I want to know, I want that tech, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They actually have it on, so like 787 Dreamliners and stuff like that have that tech. When you push the button, it makes the whole glass, but pretty cool to say something like that and immediately be able to go like, okay, like this is like clear the room and you're good to go.
Yeah.
If Hassan is moving missiles, he has.
That would probably cost so much.
Yeah.
Then I would advise you to find
Which is actually
out
pretty
who
cool.
that is.
Give my team 2 hours with those missiles, sir. I will know everybody who's ever breathed on them.
Negative. I want them destroyed.
That guy seems really important.
This is an intelligence failure, Laswell. It's not going to be a tactical one. There will be 500 enemy soldiers on that site by sunrise. We need a win fast.
Yeah, 2 hours. That would, yeah, that would be a bad. That'd be a bad situation if you left people there for like 2 hours.
I want those
Yeah.
weapons destroyed.
Roger that, actual.
Amsterdam.
Oh, there you go, Amsterdam.
What the hell's Amsterdam got to do with this?
It's a smuggling hub. Ports and canals are insecure. Iran has friends there.
You should go there, Huskerrs, and get some smuggling stuff.
I'm good.
Captain.
Go get some tomahawks.
Tracking an AQ cell.
You can just buy them at your local red light district. Just go get some tomahawks. Like, hey, I'm here to buy a tomahawk.
I've heard all day.
I'll link up with him and handle this myself.
Game's already out, DRV.
Laswell back in the field.
I want this done right. No mistakes.
My sentiments exactly. Kate, I want Hassan boxed up and gift wrapped.
I wonder if they actually talk like this sometimes, you know what I mean?
Keep this tight.
Everybody's like, it's the guy from 24.
Naturally, sir.
They probably do a little bit.
Okay, and guys, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to bring Huskerrs back. We're going to put the GPU in, turn on the PC. That is the end of mission 1. Look at him. Huskerrs is like into it. Look at how focused he is.
Negative.
I'm gonna play mission 2.
Yeah, you're on. Yeah, he couldn't play. Now he's got to go back and play the game. But yeah, he's hooked.
Yeah.
Which I like that you're hooked because it's a great story and
it's a good sign.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw to a quick break. We'll be back in just a short bit, and we'll see you guys in just a few.
Try to swing this one, but a good challenge ensues. A booming clear. Now you have to get there in time. Thought for a minute. There it is. Super Esau before he even had the top one.
Working in the broadcast industry, it's quite exhilarating. There's no do-overs. You cannot go back and fix that mistake in post like you can in pre-recorded videos. It has a very similar aspect to it as musical performance. 6, 5, 4, 3, ready, host, 2, 1, and play. Cue.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from. Viva la Rocket League!
Hi, my name is Koji Kameda, and I am a broadcast director. I started out as a nano engineering major. I pursued that for 4 years before I realized I was pulling my hair out trying to understand things that I did not care about. I found out that there was a community of people in San Diego that played this game, Super Smash Brothers. There was not a lot of competitive infrastructure, and there was not a lot of coverage for said lack of infrastructure. So I kind of put 2 and 2 together and decided to start my own stream. I've learned to delegate. While it is very fulfilling, being a one-man team is also backbreaking. Quite frankly, the caliber of something one person can produce is a ceiling when it comes to that sort of a thing. There's a reason why football productions have hundreds of people on their production team. There were 2 broadcasts I was a part of last year, the Fortnite World Cup and the Apex Legends ESPN EXP Invitational, and both of them were nominated for Sports Emmys Award for Outstanding Esports Coverage. I was very proud to be a part of both of those shows. It was something else. Beefy boy. I decided to build a new computer because I was hitting the limits of my old unit's capabilities. I did not have nearly enough processing power to be able to handle the kind of graphics and videos I like to display on broadcast. I elected to go with the Intel i9-10980XE. It features 18 cores, which is the most number of cores in Intel's i9 suite lineup, and plays very well with the motherboard I picked out, which features 7 PCIe slots. Those allow for video graphics cards expansions, output cards, things that are very necessary for broadcasting. What's that?
Ooh.
We'll see how Levens can respond, but it's Pan bringing you back out towards his corner, and we'll try to swing this one, but a good challenge ensues. A booming clear, not able to get there in time. Thought for a minute, here comes the follow-up, and there it is, Super. You saw before it even happened, talking about that.
RLCS is called the Rocket League Championship Series. It's an international tournament that runs individual regions. This weekend happens to be the majors for the RLCS. They're running 3 different divisions this weekend: South America, Europe, and North America.
Great control from Tander to slow that down at the last second and get that underflip to make sure he gets that angle down. He was coming in an upward.
Every broadcast has the chance to be a dumpster fire. It's just a matter of learning how to adapt and be a better firefighter. It's often long hours, it's often very tiring, and there's often a lot of things that you'll work tirelessly on, and it'll just never end up making its way to air.
Behind the scenes, we got a production chat just moving all the time to make sure they're delivering the best Rocket League to you guys.
But at the end of the day, I want to put on a cool show, whatever that entails, whether it's running a Fortnite World Cup, a Super Bowl, or just a Twitch stream.
On behalf of all the casters here, all those guys behind the scenes, making all this magic work, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon.
It's a lot of fun to go in and to craft something and to have everyone look at it and just have a great time.
What is up, guys? It was a much longer run. We actually had him in a different building. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that far away. No, we just wanted to get it all set up and stuff like that. But what do you think? The build? Pretty clean, right?
Very clean.
And now it has the last part, which we're going to be putting in, which is the Intel Arc GPU. So again, reason for that is, and there's two parts to this. I know we were talking about this earlier on, but again, we're building celebrating the fact that XeSS, which is Intel's version of DLSS or which is their super sampling. And so Call of Duty launched with XeSS, and so that's obviously the card that Intel supports it. So that's why we're actually putting that in here. Again, for the build that you will have later on, we'll be doing that. But let's go ahead and go through the parts list for this build really quick. So what we actually have, now that there it is, we got an Intel Core i7 13700K. We've got the NZXT N7 Z690 in white. We've got an Intel Arc A750. This is one of the latest Intel Arcs with that new AV1 codec, which is like super inexpensive. We got a 1 terabyte Intel SSD, NVMe SSD, the 660p. We got Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro SL, that's 32 gigs of DDR4. We've got the NZXT H5 Flow, and then finally the Kraken Z63, and then the NZXT 1000 watt PSU. So there is our build, very, very white and clean. We still have that Call of Duty glass that we're going to be popping on it very, very soon. But if you want to go grab the GPU, it's right there. Oh, there it is. You want to pop it open? Okay, let's move this out of the way so you can actually see.
Okay.
There we go. I think everybody's...
Beautiful.
Yeah, there it is right there. The Intel Arc.
This is the A750,
The A750 right there. Look at you, holding it up like a Vanna.
Yeah. Little Intel Arc on the side
Arc
there.
on there.
Okay.
You can like flip it around a couple times. Look at that. Like, yeah. Oh, nice, nice. Work it. Let me see a catwalk with it.
The connectors? Catwalk? I can't do that.
It's like, I can't do that. Yeah, no, those are the connectors. Yep. Yeah, so again, everything that we basically need. So let's go ahead and have you put this down. We'll put this down. Move the box there. Yeah. Then you can just slot it right in there.
Okay.
Oh, take out, just in the top one, yeah.
Cool.
With all the white, it's like getting like a bask of white glow. There we go. Okay, sir, and then there are your, should be these screws. Let's see what screws it is. Yeah, it's these right here. Should be, it didn't go quite all the way flat, did it? Oh yeah, because it's stuck on the inside here. Hold on. It's on the outside.
Oh, I see. It's supposed to be on the inside there.
There you go, yeah.
My mistake.
Oh, it's all good. This is the thing where the desk is a little tall, so. There we go. Okay.
Now it's flush.
Okay,
sweet.
Cool. If you want to screw that in, and I will connect these connectors real quick. There we go. And we'll just clean this up while you're doing that. Okay, now we're going to pop this on here like this, and then here are the screws for that. Ooh, shoot. That just went flying. Oh, it's all the way. I heard it hit the wall.
Gray wall. Let's see.
We can do one. We'll find it. I heard
the little tiny one?
Yeah. No, not that. That's, wow, you found like an M.2 screw. That's impressive. He found like the world's smallest screw. Look at what he found. He's like, is this it right here? I'm like, wow, that's some good eyes right there. If you want to put in that one, it's actually like this, it's black, and I did hear it hit, but I didn't see that one over there. Unless this is it. This I did. Oh, okay, I found it. Okay.
Really cool. How's this go again?
Yeah, just like on there, and then you just screw it on.
I see.
Yeah, just like that, and I'll hold it for you.
Okay.
Teamwork, here it is, right? Teamwork. Look at that. Perfect.
Then you have the other one?
I handed it to you.
Oh, see it.
Okay, good. Whew. Yeah, I didn't really hand it to you. I just put it next to you. That's important language, because I was like, I thought in my mind I remember handing it to you, but then I found out no, I didn't. I just put it next to you.
Oh, good.
But we found it.
There we go. Sweet.
Feels good. Okay, there is our build. Now we just got to get these cables to train the way that they need to, so they sit right.
I love the white GPU power cables.
It actually is, like, it does have a really clean look to it. Let's grab a little trick here that we can do to keep these together. You take one of these and you connect them on the back, and it'll hold them in place. Then we'll be done and we'll turn it on. There we go, and one more, come on.
I remember when it was a rarity to have so many like USB 3.0 or better ports, and now these things, they're just all USB.
They're just, yeah, it's like
3.1, 3.2.
Which you're grateful for, right? Because like in the end, it's like, like with the amount of stuff that streamers need nowadays, you know what I mean, to power their streams, it's like, you're grateful that you have all that, basically that connectivity now. Okay, and then we're gonna put that down. There we go, and that'll hold it, keep it straight. And there you have it.
Looking good.
Yep, and this is where the anal retentive part of me will like play with it for a long time to make it look very good. Okay, there we go. Boom. Look at that. Clean. It's a little bit twisted.
Nice and clean, minimal. I'm a pretty big minimalist, so.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that actually, honestly, NZXT just does such a great job with this case. So here we can put this in. Now, we actually have a Intel sticker that we're going to put on this is like the last little bit. Okay. And then, but I have to get help because it's like the most difficult sticker on the planet. So our guy Tomber is the one who helps us. He's also the same one who's been trying to spend all those gold coins over there, even though they're not real gold coins. So, okay, so let's get that out of the way, and then we're going to get this prepped. Okay, so now we're going to grab the sticker here. We're probably going to just put this right underneath on the Modern Warfare. So guys, this looks so good, right? We're probably just going to put the Intel in the bottom right-hand corner, which probably makes the most sense. And then we'll have you. And then obviously Ron from Blue Horse Studio, which you guys have seen a couple times, is the one who actually did that. So good. He did such a good job. That's acrylic plus just some laser etching. And so that's where the helicopter was, and that's, I'm just kidding. So it's the campaign map. Okay, we're going to do a quick peel of this. You got to be slow here on this because if you're not,
then it leaves that residue.
It'll leave that residue, which is it's the worst. Okay, there we go. So we got everything ready to do the installation. We can get all of our tools out of the way. And the other thing too that we also got, which I thought was actually pretty cool of our team, check it out. They got a Call of Duty green power supply cable. So there you go. We got a Call of Duty green power supply cable to go with it as well.
Awesome.
Which is actually pretty cool. Okay, so we'll push this off to the side here real quick, and then we're gonna get this glass prepped for the Intel. There it is. No, I think right here in the corner would probably end up looking the best.
Yeah.
Right here. How are you? Pretty steady-handed?
Fairly.
Fairly? Yeah, that's right. Your dad was a doctor. Like all in all, like it's in your blood.
Yeah.
I expect this to go off like absolutely perfectly. It'll be beautiful when you actually place it on here. So we're gonna be in good shape here.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Pretty
so,
OCD about it. So.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he is ready. If you want to go and grab that,
okay.
you can hold it up to see how it looks. So you can see it says Mod Workshop, and we're going to put it right in the corner. Okay.
You can see a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, you're going to want to turn it. Mod is at the top. There you go. So it's going to be like this.
Oh, I see.
You're going to place it down just like that. You ready?
A lot of pressure here.
Yeah, this is a lot of pressure, guys. Luckily, it's.
I want to line it up with this line too.
There you go. I like it. I like the focus and concentration happening right now. And yeah, just make sure you rub it really hard. It should just come off nicely. And then as you kind of peel it, just, yeah, slowly as you go.
Okay. I just peel it off?
Yeah, just peel it off. Just do slow, though. So you don't get any of the hopefully the the W's there.
Good.
It's looking good.
Nice and easy.
Oh,
so far, so good.
Oh, the M's there.
Okay.
Dude,
wow. This is turning out really good so far.
Yeah. Look at that.
One more letter. And
boom.
Bam.
Good job, dude. Okay, so let's put this on. And then we will turn it on. There we go. And there it is, guys. How does that look? That looks pretty sick. That Mod Workshop looks real good. You know what? Honestly, the Mod Workshop finished it off. Okay, you want to go and plug in the green cable?
Okay.
And then it just should go into, yeah, there you go. Let's keep it off.
Yeah, I figured.
And then we'll plug it in and then plug it into this thing down here. Should be able to see a plug right there.
Okay. And
there should be a port right in that, right in here. Right here.
Oh, I see.
Okay, here we go. Magic is happening behind the desk, guys.
There we are.
Okay, now flip on the old power. And flip on the other
Power's
power.
on and
oh, hey! There it is. Look at that. That looks so good. And let's just make sure all the fans are spinning. Yep.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, on the front, the fans are spinning. That white glow.
RAM looks solid. Perfect.
That looks so good, dude. That is a very clean looking build, and I have to say, it came out very, very nice. Yeah, and there it is, Call of Duty. Call of Duty themed, Intel powered PC, completely finished from beginning to end. We got to see some multiplayer. We got to see some campaign,
yeah.
and now, just so you know, my man is a campaign player.
I am.
He's hooked. He's hooked in the story as well, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, so Huskerrs, if people want to come watch you stream, where do they go? Where do they go to follow you?
Twitch.tv/Huskerrs, and then all my social medias like my YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. It's all just Huskerrs with 2 R's.
And Tinder too, right? Like Tinder.
Yeah. I'm off the market. I've been off the market for a while.
Anyway, guys, this has been Mod Workshop. Huge shout out to NZXT, obviously the fine folks over at Activision for letting us do part of Modern Warfare 2, and of course you guys, the viewers, for letting us do this. I don't know if you guys know this, but as we turned it on, the set changed. So I just want to make sure Jack gets his call out there because that was really important to him. But from all of us here in the family and Chippy and everybody else as well, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode. Thanks, guys.